Men's College World Series studio is built by the Home Depot, official home improvement partner of the Men's College World Series. Game 1, North Carolina and Oklahoma moments away. Gentlemen, quickly, who wins and why? Big Ben, we'll start with you.
I'm going with Oklahoma. I'm riding that big left-handed donkey, Cordrager, on the mound. I'm going to saddle him up, and I'm going to ride him runes. He's going to have a good game today, and it's going to be just enough offense for Oklahoma.
Yeah, OU, never bet against a team on a heater like this. They get a lead. They freeze Glauber out. OU.
All right, we will be over on ESPNU for an alternate broadcast. And right here on ESPN, let's get you to the crew calling it. With Scott Klein, Chris Budden, Chris Burke, and Kyle Peterson, let's get you upstairs to the voice of the Men's College World Series, Carl Ravitch.
Mike, thank you very much. Well, the day has arrived, everybody, for North Carolina and Oklahoma. Neither has lost a game in Omaha, but the last hurdle is the highest. The College World Series isn't what dreams are made of, it's where dreams are realized. One team is 2 wins away from being able to declare, we are the champions.
It's been a dream of mine to play for a national championship.
Nobody would have thought we would be here. Omaha.
Till the river runs dry.
This time of year, it turns from city to center of the baseball world.
I'll be keeping my head up.
To be right here at the door, it's truly amazing.
The greatest show on dirt.
I've been there, and it was a dream come true.
Capital S superstar.
Playing the sport you always loved, with a national title on the line.
This is just a beginning.
If you win, you will be remembered forever.
This is just a beginning.
The Boomer Sooner train to the World Series Finals.
We're the best in the country. Just move out the way.
I like us against anybody.
Carolina is championship bound. Have a night with a dinger dagger.
This is just a beginning.
That's going to be big time for us, and we're going to remember it for the rest of our lives.
Welcome to the Men's College World Series Finals.
Paul Skeens, thank you so much. 2 decades removed from their first ever trip to the College World Series Finals, Carolina Blue now stands on a foundation of stability and sustained success, void of the one thing to secure its status, and that's a national championship. On the other side, the Oklahoma Sooners found their footing on the shoulders of freshman pitchers and bats that have blasted baseballs out of ballparks at historic rates. The last time they won a title, long before any of the current players were born. We got 2 rested teams ready to step into the spotlight, the brightest light this sport has to offer. And welcome inside, everybody. Delighted to be here alongside my buddy Kyle Peterson and Chris Burke. Chris Budden's down on the field, and Scott Klein is here to explain any rules issues that we may have for you. Let's just get into where we're at here, because at the World Series, you can really expect the unexpected.
Yeah, I don't know how many people had these 2 teams selected 3 weeks ago, but if you've been paying attention, these are the 2 best teams, no question about it, over the last 3 weeks. And KP, what I'm excited about, they both had 2 days off to get rested up and ready to go.
They do. So we see best on best. It feels like the hottest team in the country against one of the most consistent teams that we saw the entire season in the country, and they match up to see who wins it all.
All right, there is rest. There's a little rust. I mean, Carolina's played 3 times in the last 9 or 10 days, but it doesn't seem to slow down a group that looks like they could lead a boardroom or a baseball field.
Yeah, when you talk about Carolina, you tend to focus on the pitching and the defense, but make no mistake about it, they have 2 stars in the middle of this batting order, and not just stars, clutch stars. Owen Hull, he's been in the O-zone. Gavin Gallagher leads all of college baseball in postseason RBIs over the last 3 years. And if you watch these 2 guys this week, they feel like the core of this team that will not let them lose. They won't be denied. The numbers are eye-popping. You look at Gallagher. He has been Mr. Clutch over the last 3 seasons. His 32 postseason RBIs lead all players in college baseball. And Owen Hull has the most hits in the last 8 years.
Right.
With runners in scoring position, he has been Mr. Clutch for this club.
Carolina was here a couple of years ago. Meantime, for the Oklahoma Sooners, not a lot of people predicted they'd be here, but my goodness, they are hitting home runs at an historic rate, like 2.5 per game over the last 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, and if you looked at this team 3 weeks ago, you wouldn't have said they were a power team. However, if you look at him right now, it's a little bit different. How about 43 home runs over the last 16 games? Just here in Omaha, they've hit 8 home runs, and 6 of the 9 in the lineup have gone deep. So, offensive identity may be a little bit different than we thought. They're still going to cause problems on the base pass. That's who they are. But there's an added dimension that OU has added. Is, well, kind of fueled them to get to this point.
There are the numbers, and that's the offensive side. The pitching has been carried by 3 freshmen. And as we get set for first pitch, it is the freshman that's going to try to lead them again. In age only, perhaps. I mean, the big dude on the mound wears number 99. He'll go against the guy that's got College World Series experience in Jason DeCaro. Our first pitch is coming up. Game 1.
To the Men's College World Series presented by Capital One. Game 1 of the championship series here in Omaha. This North Carolina team looking to do something that it's never done in program history, and that's win a national championship. They've been here 13 times, but have yet to hold up a trophy. And it's an athletic department that is so used to celebrating championships, 52 of them. And this team knows what it would mean to bring home another national championship to the folks back in Chapel Hill.
Having the ability to do something that no other team here has done is kind of motivating us a little bit, just being the team to do it. When you're in that locker room and you've seen great teams, great seasons, for them to be able to watch that and celebrate that would mean the world to our team.
The amount of support that we have from Chapel Hill, we'd be winning a national championship for something that's bigger than this team.
We're going to be the first team to win a national championship for UNC baseball, so we're going to remember it for the rest of our lives.
Head coach Scott Forbes understands the history of this program, having been in this uniform for over 20 years. Speaking of history, North Carolina has brought a representative from all 13 teams that have been here to Omaha to come watch them hopefully hold up a trophy, Robbie.
That just shows you how hard it is when you have somebody from all 13 of those teams and they all came up empty. Jason DeCaro did not come up empty a couple years ago when he was just 17. Now as a junior, he's the leader of this staff, and he is 6'5", 225 out of Northport, New York.
Yeah, a guy that knows his way around Omaha right now. Pitched here as a freshman, was good in his opener too. 6 2/3 against Ole Miss. Gave up just 2 earned, struck out 9 for DeCaro. 4 different pitches, fastball low to mid-90s, 2 different breakables, and a changeup. But somebody that is built for and is proven on this stage.
These guys talk all about the idea of this being a marathon versus a sprint. Just compare it to Major League Baseball. They play 162 games, about 100 more than these guys. It's a compressed season with a whole bunch of ups and downs in just a short period of time. We take a look at the Sooners batting order. It is brought to you by Capital One. Have this conversation about these players a month and a half ago, and it's a totally different conversation today.
Yeah, we used to talk about the speed and the stolen bases with the Sooners. Now we're talking about the power. Jason Walk and Desan Harris came into last game with only 8 combined homers. They hit 4, a microcosm of what this team has been doing in the postseason.
We got a good crowd filing in. We moved this game up from what was going to be a later start because of pending weather, but we are set to go on time. And the first pitch from DeCaro is a fastball at 94 miles an hour. His last start against Ole Miss, 6 2/3, 9 strikeouts. And the next one right there and right by Walk, who's a good fastball hitter. It is 0-2.
He's a good fastball hitter, but if DeCaro keeps painting it on the edge like that, he's going to have his hands full. Those are perfect.
Right back to it, elevated, and this one is towards the third base line and into the seats. Yeah, you look at Jason Walk, and you got to kind of stay away from the upper part of the zone. That's where he makes his hay, especially with him being behind in the count. He knows they're going up there. 0-2, one in the middle of the plate. He's about an 800 hitter, and even more so on the outside. And as Berkey just said, had a couple of homers in his last game. He's had a great series, 5 for 11. 3 straight fastballs to start from DeCaro. Breaking pitch, stayed alive. Oh, he's been pretty sharp here, KP, to start.
Yeah, good spoil right there, too. 3 straight fastballs, the last one at 95, then drops the curveball in there right there. The Walk got just enough of to stay alive.
Sooners last in the College World Series Finals in 2002. And that's called strike 3 on the inside corner. What a start for Jason DeCaro.
We talk about the DeCaro stuff. It's low to mid-90s. Already seen him up to 95. So 4-seamer with some good arm side run. Change up then 2 different breakables. We saw the curveball already. You will see the slider. Slider low 80s, curveball in the upper 70s, and they all come out of the same window. It is not an easy look for a hitter to try to figure out what they're going to see.
Next up, Camden Johnson. Phenomenal prospect, great athlete, and he takes ball 1 down. He's the third baseman. You look at the experience, last 2 starts that he had here, really solid. 17 Ks, just 4 walks. Never felt like he was in any trouble in total command. That's outside, 2-0. The man calling balls and strikes. You'll hear his voice every now and then, wearing the microphone, Derek Malika. A terrific umpire who in his first game graded out very, very high. That's a real good take by the Bernie, Texas native Camden Johnson. Came here by way of Wichita State. Sooner team made up of a bunch of transfers. He'll go junior college route as well and succeed. 3-1.
This is one of those pitches where you know you're getting DeCaro's best attempt to throw one center cut, because Johnson has been struggling and he's also their best base stealer. So if you're Camden Johnson, great time to get your A+ swing off.
1 for 12, and that is one, and it is past the second baseman Gallagher. Second hit, big aggressive turn from Johnson, who's got 29 stolen bases in the first hit of the game. So Camden Johnson on. Skip Johnson, no relation, is his head man, 9th year at Oklahoma, and he's got a whole bunch of junior college coaching experience, really a legend at the JUCO level. Spent 10 years with Augie Garrido, a legend at Texas. And it's a great combination of the JUCO and a high-level program that he's brought here. And it is a good formula. They got 3 on the left side against Dayton LaChance, the big catcher. Ball 1 outside from DeCaro.
So Oklahoma, a team that likes to run a fair amount, 129 stolen bases this year. DeCaro, the entire season, has 1 stolen base attempt. That's it. The whole year. We'll see if Oklahoma stays aggressive. I would assume they would.
Yeah, I would think so as well. LaChance not going. Look out, it's slipped out of his hand. That's an easy base. Down to second base goes Johnson. The count goes to 2-0.
Lost his footing here as he goes to make his move. His back foot slips on the rubber, and he just decides to go ahead and let it rip. But at that point, nothing good was going to happen. Well, that has to be an uncomfortable feeling there, KP.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. You see guys catch a spike maybe coming down the hill a little bit, but that time it was the back spike that spun on him like he wasn't dug in deep enough.
So we're going to dig deeper.
We're going to fix that.
We're going to dig deeper.
Time to dig a little.
And now the stolen base threat moves to second base, and LaChance got a 2-0 count. And he gets into one to deep center field. Owen Hull going back. He is at the track, the wall. He leaps. It's gone. Dayton LaChance, take your time. That's a 2-run blast, his 17th of the year. And man, it continues for the Sooners. Talked about 2.5 homers per game. The numbers are crazy for LaChance, very emblematic of the team. No homers, 17 homers. And what a start for OU.
KP, you see LaChance there telling his teammates that was a changeup, right on right changeup, which DeCaro has not done much throughout the course of the year.
He is throwing that pitch right on right changeup, less than 2% this year to right-handed hitters. Doesn't do it much, and LaChance was ready.
It's been North Carolina who's jumped on the board early here. They scored 2 runs in each of their last 2 games in the first inning. And the Sooners have turned the tables as Jackson Willits things through one up top, 2-1. The biggest change for Oklahoma has been their ability to barrel the ball up. I mean, the numbers say that's why they're seeing so much more production, especially on the home run side of things. I mean, it increased almost 30% from where they were.
Well, they're hammering breaking balls, and that's why I think DeCaro went to the changeup right there. North Carolina's had 2 days to study the why behind Oklahoma's power surge,
yes.
And the answer to that is they've been all over breaking balls.
3-1 right down the middle, and Willits spoils it.
And of course there's been slug against the heater. I'm not saying they haven't been hitting fastballs, but the breaking ball has been where the biggest jump has been. So I think early on, North Carolina's telling us they're going to try to challenge him with the changeup. Of course, KP's not trying to throw that thing at the belly button.
No, that's not ideal.
3-2 on the way to Willits into the mitt. That's a strikeout. Second one for DeCaro. 2 strikeouts and 2 hits, including the homer.
Hey, we talk about that changeup up in the zone, and just a nothing changeup sitting right there at the belt, and the big right-hander's not going to miss that. Dayton LaChance with as much raw power as anybody in the college game rides this thing out here to the backside gap. Owen Hull thought he had a chance, but the ball carrying pretty well here today at the Chuck. Sales just out of his reach.
First one is swung on and missed by Gamble, the DH. To your point about LaChance, this is a Canadian kid out of Sherbrooke, Quebec, 6'5", 231. And while there are many who are going to play at the next level, LaChance is probably at the top of the list as DeCaro paints on the inside.
And here you go, Ravi. This is a good example of what we're talking about. So entering the tournament, they were slugging .399 on breaking balls. In the tournament, they've been slugging .646. So Carolina tried to change up, and turns out if you mess up with that, you get hammered too. I mean, the truth is this team is just red hot.
They're kind of hitting everything. I mean, it doesn't much matter what you're throwing up there right now. If it's a mistake, they're going to make it pay.
Breaking balls or beach balls?
Maybe, yeah,
yes.
both.
1-2, and it's fouled off.
The LaChance change over the course of the season is crazy.
Yeah.
If you go the first half of the season and don't go deep, and the second half of the season you hit 17, I mean, I don't care how big you are, or nobody saw 17 coming to the second half.
Gamble out of play.
Well, since May 1st, he's now tied for the most in the country. It's so similar to this
team.
He
went from 0 to most in the country since May 1st.
Yeah,
makes sense.
There's a lot of head scratchers when you look at this offense, but I guess we have to quit being surprised.
Yes.
This is who they are.
Yeah. Gamble's gone yard 11 times. 1-2, chased one there, an 84-mile-an-hour changeup, and that does it. But what a start. Boomer Sooner on the board thanks to that guy and the big bat.
That guy is Dave LaChance, and that guy is on a heater for the last 6 months. Hang a changeup, drive it out to right center field. Ball flying plenty good today for OU. First chance for North Carolina when we come back.
This is for the national championship. Boy, if you're the Tar Heels, your heart's stuck in your throat right now.
You'll never get over the losses.
The last chance, and for the second year in a row, the Tar Heels of North Carolina see heartbreak at the College World Series.
And 06 and 07 at the same club, Oregon State. The voice of Mike Patrick, who would have relished the fact that West Virginia was in the College World Series this year, along with Troy, a couple of first-timers. We're down to our last two, and it's time to look at the Tar Heels batting order, brought to you by Capital One. Mentioned that they had scored 2 runs in each of the first innings that they've played in here the last 2 games, and were 20-0 when they scored multiple runs in the first inning. But if they get 2, it's going to be put to the test against the Sooner team that's already on the board.
Yeah, they got their hands full with a pitching staff, a left-hander that's red hot. But Owen Hull has been equally hot. 543 in the NCAA tournament, turned an All-American season, and just keeps it going for the Tar Heels.
Well, we got a freshman lefty who's pretty good now. Cord Rager has been a regular in this Oklahoma weekend rotation for probably the last 2.5, 3 months. Fastball heavy, will get into low to mid-90s, 2 different breakables, a cutter and a slider, and a very good changeup.
Left on left to start, and the first one is wide from the freshman who is 6'6", 237 out of Maple, Texas. 7 innings, didn't allow a run against Alabama in a game they won 9-zip to get this whole thing started. Yeah, that is right at the bottom of the zone to Schaffner, who's 2 for 10 here in Omaha. Very good against the fastball, hits 345, a North Dakota State transfer. Swings and misses at 91. So what makes Rager so effective?
I think deception is a part of it. I mean, you see how late it is for a hitter to see the baseball. Kind of tucks it behind his head a little bit when he comes to home plate. Obviously, the velocity is there, too. He'll get you into the low to mid-90s.
3 on the right side of the infield, and here's the next one. And he goes the other way, and that's going to get down. Schaffner leads things off for Carolina with a hard single the other way, his 3rd hit in Omaha.
So this is a fastball that really gets on you. There's extension. KP talked about the deception. He wants to throw his fastball. How do you hit it well? You got to be able to control your barrel angle. Look how flat that barrel stays at the top of the zone, and Schaffner's ability to control the barrel, not foul that off, not swing and miss at it, but just slap it into left field. That's the kind of swing you have to be successful against a fireballer like Rager.
Yeah. So shorten up, go the other way, still works with 2 strikes.
It does, especially if you got that flat path.
He's got speed too, guys. 26 stolen bases. Here is Owen Hull. Fastball right down the middle to Hull, who does excel against fastballs, although he's the type of guy that excels against everything. He's got a 1660 OPS against the fastball, and when runners are on or in scoring position, he lights up.
And oh, by the way, he leads this team in hitting versus left-handers. 423 versus left-handed pitching. There's only one other player in the lineup today that's at 300, and that's Eric Paulson. So why is this dude so special? He hits everybody.
And Paulson is a lefty.
That's it. Both are lefties.
The home run from LaChance was the 4th OU homer in the 1st inning in the postseason. That's their 4th. They hit 10 in the regular season in the 1st inning. They're catching up there, too.
Don't be surprised if Carolina tries to guess a couple times and go first move on Rager. It's not a great move. Most people are scared to run on left-handers, but it's not a tricky pickoff move. He's just banking on the fact him being left-handed, you're not going to go.
The other way again, that's going to get down. It's picked up out there by Brock. To 3rd goes Schaffner. Here's the throw. He's in, and give Hull, who has hammered lefties, a double to get it going. It's 2nd and 3rd, nobody out.
Is that any good? I mean, we're just back-to-back dudes putting on a clinic on how you stay on a pitch on the outer 3rd of the plate. This one, it's the breaking ball. Let it travel, keep your nose down, and then again, control the barrel enough to keep this thing fair. Schaffner and Hull setting the table here for Gallagher with just 2 beautiful pieces of hitting.
How about Schaffner, too? Just run it right in Brock's face. I mean, the whole thing's in front of him. That is his decision right there. Saw it, took Brock far enough over the line, and Schaffner takes a chance, and it paid off.
To the RBI leader, Gavin Gallagher, 7 RBI here in Omaha, and what a chance to answer. Rager, another first pitch fastball right down Broadway to make it 0-1. This is where Carolina's made their money in Omaha. 12 for 22 with runners in scoring position, 20 RBI. Saw him make that big O out there at second base. The O zone is what he calls it when he's just so locked in. 5 extra base hits, most by a Carolina player in a single World Series. And they've been to now 13. 2-1 and 2 aces. You think the offenses would be winning the 1st inning battle?
Well, this is how good these teams are playing right now. I mean, both these offenses, especially you deal with the top of their order, you have your hands full.
Schaffner at 3rd, Hull at 2nd. Nobody out. And it's now 3 balls and a strike.
Well, you got a fastball arm on the mound, and he just missed with a breaking ball. He threw you a first pitch fastball that you took to start the AB. You're getting a heater here. Even if you don't, you swing and miss, so what? Expect A mighty swing of the bat here by the Carolina second baseman.
326, runners in scoring position for number 5. He does swing at it, and that's going to go foul on the first base side.
Love the approach there, too. Doesn't want to hit a hard ground ball to third base. You can see him really get inside that baseball, trying to lift something to center, right center. You'd love to get him over and get him in right here with one swing of the bat.
Last year in the regionals, and he is a Sooner downer, Gallagher. 11 for 16, 3 homers, 9 RBI. Spoils another one. Coming off a game in which he had 4 hits and 4 RBIs against West Virginia on Wednesday. So 4 consecutive plate appearances, 4 consecutive hits for Gallagher. Right back up the middle, he did it again. Schaffner is in, Hall rounds. Gallagher continues to sting the Sooners, and we are tied at 2.
How about this Carolina offensive approach so far? You go left on left, backside, and then Gallagher gets 3 fastballs in a row. The third that he sees, he was right on.
And you could tell KP so dialed in on staying through the middle of the field, was not going to hit something low into the pull side corner. Just a rocket right back up the box. And he wasn't getting them over and getting them in. He was getting both of them in. I don't know if you guys have heard, but this Hole and Gallagher guy, they're pretty good.
They continue to shine on the biggest stage, and they've answered the 2-0 gut punch from Oklahoma with 2 of their own, which brings you back to that statistic. When they have scored multiple runs in the first inning, they're 20-0. And here is Eric Paulson, the first baseman. Berkey said, really good against lefties. Rager's done a good job of getting ahead, but it hasn't yet paid dividends. So 7 + 2 gives you 9, which is the most by any UNC player in a single World Series. Paulson hits this one towards the gap. It's got some carry on it. It's off the top of the wall. Being held at third base is Gallagher. Paulson a double, and this is a very different start for Cord Rager than the last one. There seems to be a very strong opposite field approach from the 3 lefties we've seen so far.
This is a clinic so far, left on left. I mean, 2 fillets to left to start it. Paulson just missed driving that ball out to left center by about 5 feet.
We got to kind of calm the waters here right now for the freshman Cord Rager.
I mean, I don't think we can say it enough. Cord Rager has been dominant in the postseason. KP, coming to the ballgame, he had 15 straight scoreless. I mean, this guy has been destroying the field to this point. And so that highlights even more how locked in this Carolina offense is here early going.
At KU, 6 innings, give up 1 hit, 6 shutout. Against Alabama at the College World Series, 7 innings, give up 3 hits, 7 shutout. Punched out 14, has walked just 1. And in this inning alone, 4 have come to the plate, and he's already given up 4 hits.
Boys, for Paulson out there, that is his 12th double of the year. It's the first game that his mom has been able to attend. He's a Long Island kid himself. They got 2 Long Island kids on this team. He lost his dad last July 4th. We'll talk much more about that story, the impact his dad has had on him. But boy, what an opportunity for him to shine in front of mom here in person. As you see, the 1 through 5 batters have done real damage. Now Cooper Nicholson with 2 in scoring position. What would you guess the message was there from Skip?
I think that's just a let's slow down our mind visit right there. There's nothing mechanical. They're putting good swings on pitches. They're not terrible pitches, but I think some is just kind of slow everything down for a minute.
What I'm going to be interested to see here as this unfolds, like he's been bulletproof now for the last 3 starts. You start getting barreled up, will you fill the zone up at the same level that you have over the previous couple starts? That'll be interesting to see here as he settles into this ball game.
Nicholson at the plate, just 2 for 10 in Omaha. And right back to him, and he's going to quickly look back the runner at third, Gallagher, and throw to first. Smart play by Cord Rager, which to me shows he's still thinking very clearly.
Well, and that's the part about slowing everything down, right? If you're sped up right here, you probably try to make the throw to third base. Now, you had a chance, but the smart play is make sure the base runner's going back, and he got Gallagher moving back that way, then spin and get the out at first base.
I know it sounds like a little thing, but the fact that he just played catch with first, too. That ball could end up down the right field line easy.
Tyler Howe, the freshman, is now up. Breaking ball outside, 1-0. He's a left fielder out of Huntersville, North Carolina, just 5'11" and 185. 4 homers, 2 heels out there at second and third. Outside. 2-0. Caro threw 25 pitches in the first, and the next one will be Rager's 23rd. You know, Berkey, you mentioned it. It's not like the guys down from the top of the order can't hit, but the top of the order is where they make their hay. Nicholson was a 167 hitter with runners in scoring position. Howe, who follows him in the order, 125 in the tournament. Two and two.
Yeah, no, if you're Cord Rager, you took your punch.
Yep.
But now you got to dial in and try to figure out a way to maybe at worst give up one more here. I don't think that would be the end of the world, but this is where you got to really settle in and get your team off the field.
Bases loaded on the first walk of the day from Rager. His first start was against Alabama. And his first 3 starts in the tournament. 1 hit, no walks. He struck out 5. He has allowed 4 hits today and the walk. And now he deals with Colin Hynek, who was DHing today. His numbers against the fastball not good. 1 for 29. And that double play depth is the infield. He almost got him without one. It's 1-0.
0 activity right now in that OU bullpen.
Does that surprise you?
A little, and I would tell you if Hynek gets on, there will be more than 0 activity down there pretty quick.
Gallagher, Paulson, Howe, the base runners. 1 down. 2 balls and no strikes. He plated 2 with an RBI, giving him 9 in this tournament. Paulson used to be a 2-way player. And now strictly an offensive player. And now you're back to Hynek, the DH. Oh boy, 3 balls and no strikes to Colin Hynek, who's 1 for 12 in Omaha. That's an 0.83 average. Needed it, and he got it.
And if you're Colin Hynek, follow the approach of Gavin Gallagher. Fly ball in the middle of the field. At the worst, you get 1 in. Maybe you find a gap. Last thing you want to do here is hit into an inning double play.
He's been great with the bases loaded, hitting .333 this season. 3-1, got one, and he golfs it to right. Going to be playable for Harris, who makes the catch. Coming in from third, Gallagher. Throw comes into second, cut off. Carolina has got the lead in the bottom of the first. On a Hynek sac fly, his 59th RBI.
And the clinic continues, y'all. I mean, it's just stay in the middle of the field, Let's be really short with the bat path. Real easy, KP, with the bases loaded and a 3-1 count. All the juice of a championship series to come out of your shoes right there. You see Heineck just letting that ball get to the back edge of the plate and lifting it to the middle, oppo part of the field.
It's one thing to have the right offensive approach. It's the other thing to control your emotions enough in this environment, the first inning of the finals, to actually do that when you get in the game. And Carolina has done exactly that here in the first inning.
We do have some bodies up in that bullpen, making Winslow. He swings, and that one is towards the dugout, and no play over there. He hustled. Taki looked like he was going to go through and into the dugout to make the play. Smithburg is there. He said if we need to get an out, Jaden Barfield is on the right side of the screen.
Well, it's an interesting dilemma because, you know, it is a 3-game series, right? So you do have to be mindful of your arms and all the different intricacies of it's, you know, your season's not over if you lose today. You get too deep into the bullpen too early in game 1. It can really cause problems from trying to figure out a way to be there at the end of this deal.
Winslow is the DH today. Heineck is catching today for Carolina. Winslow has not had a hit in 13 plate appearances with runners on the corner. 0-2 as he chased up top. Winslow, a junior, 6 feet 200, a Duke transfer to North Carolina.
It's interesting, KP. They've already gone to LeChance calling pitches. So here we are in the first. You never know if Skip just doesn't feel like he's got a great feel with Rager. He's letting Dayton LeChance put the fingers down right now. They're going with the old school signs.
We've had conversations about times where LeChance, who's got a bum ankle, has been dealing with it for a while, has been on base and in scoring position. And when you asked Skip Johnson about that this morning, I mean, I've never heard somebody more convicted in the benefits of having LeChance behind the plate than he was. 2-2.
Yeah, he's a pretty big fan of that kid.
No
right
doubt.
there. And they put a ton of trust in him too. I mean, there are times that Skip is calling the game. There's other times, like right now, that he is allowing LeChance to call the game based on what he sees.
36th pitch of the inning, and it won't come yet.
We don't see a whole lot of signs anymore, do we? We don't see a lot of catchers putting numbers down.
Kind of makes you feel good, doesn't it?
It's just some warm and fuzzies.
You could still do that.
That's called strike 3. He painted on the corner, and man, did he need it. They will strand a couple. The Captain Clutch comes through again. Gavin Gallagher. Paul is still in the O zone. They were down 2. They are now up 1. And we know what the numbers say. 20-0 when they get 2 or more in the first.
Welcome back to the Men's College World Series. Top of the second here. A little cloudier day than we have had out here at the Men's College World Series. And overheard a conversation from Scott Forbes to Bryant Gaines during that inning where the hitters had told coach that they were able to pick up the spin really early off the pitcher. And this is the difference of what it looked like in the sunshine on Wednesday off the batter's eye and what it looks like today, boys, with more of a little shade overcast.
Yeah, you go back to that picture, no question it's a lot easier, Berkey, for hitters to see it when it is not shining and shimmery.
Yeah, nothing better than a cloudy day game for picking up the seams on a baseball. And that picture was a perfect look at how different.
Brendan Brock, right field, coming over French, still coming over and into foul territory, which is massive here at Charles Schwab. He's there to make the play. Jason DeCaro looks for a shutdown inning.
So here you get a good look at what the hitters are seeing today at the Chuck. No glare, no squinting. You get a very clear look at the baseball. And we've seen a lot of teams struggle here this week to make swing decisions and be on time for the fastball. But both these offenses look like they're seeing it awfully well so far.
Desan Harris, the right fielder. He's got 7 RBIs in 3 games and a couple of homers, and that one is poured down the middle. Three of his total of 6 homers have come in the last 3 games. Good pitch there from DeCaro. He's ahead 0-2. The old adage, KP, you know this, and as a pitcher you can kind of settle in, but you got to get him early or it kind of tilts back to the pitcher.
Yeah, especially for a guy like DeCaro. I mean, you know the more chances you give him, he's going to find it at some point. Now he's got the lead.
Making Desan Harris's story even more remarkable is he was a former walk-on before he earned a scholarship and has now become a standout regular outfielder for him. He survives that one too, as it was letter high and in. Right, a walk-on who's now holds the record for a single Men's College World Series with RBI.
Pretty good story.
Goes to show everybody out there that's young and watching. He golfs one to center. Owen Hull coming in. A couple of infielders are all going out. Look out. 2 of them collide, Schaffner and Gallagher. And let's hope they're okay. To second base goes Harris. And that was the literal Bermuda Triangle out there. Schaffner, Gallagher got there just before Hull, and Scott Forbes is breathing here a little deeper.
Scary play.
Yes.
This ball is the definition of the Bermuda Triangle out there in center field. Such a big center field here that Owen Hull has a long way to run. One of those plays that just you typically don't get a lot throughout the regular season in college baseball because you don't get 408 to center field, but you see equidistant from all these fielders and all of them trying to make the play. You can't really tell. Does anyone call it? You'd love for Owen Hull to call it, but Schaffner and Gallagher don't give an inch. That's 2 athletic dudes running full speed into each other right there.
It feels like if your center fielder can catch that ball, he's got to call him off. And I understand he may not know until the very end, but for Hull, that takes collision out of play. Both middle infielders are going to go get it. If Hull can get it, it clears up the mess because really any of the 3 could have caught it.
They scored a double for Harris. DeCaro's first one is right by Dayton Taki. Yeah, and those are 2 physical. And if Hull had been involved in the collision, my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, and 2.
Both of them look like they came out of that deal unscathed. Good for them.
Coming up a little short with his breaking stuff so far is DeCaro of the plate. Good block behind there. got him with a fastball at 95, one of his better ones that was tailing away from Taki.
You can see the good arm side run right here. And Zucchero not afraid to challenge with that fastball. Mid-90s, enough run to get it off the bat right there. Everything comes straight at you. He does a good job of hiding it, too. Kind of keeps it behind that head. It's tougher for the hitter to see it. Now 4 strikeouts on the day for Zucchero.
Kyle Brandt, second baseman. That's outside, 1-0. And kind of a viral story the other day when his brother hit the home run in what would be his final plate appearance for Georgia. And Kyle's reaction, the family's tears in the stands. 1-0. That ball is pulled foul. Let's go back to that moment, which was emotional for everybody, but certainly the Branch family.
Yeah, this is a scene we won't see too often. You know, an opposing player being excited about a home run, then you realize big brother, little brother, mom and dad are crying. The game was was decided at that point, so you could kind of just let your hair down and really enjoy it for both sides.
1-1, and that ball is to left. Back goes Howe, and he turns and makes the play as Kyle Branch stays hitless here in Omaha. He is 0 for 11, just missed that. His brother got one over, not yet for Kyle.
Pretty nice play here by the Carolina left fielder, Tyler Howe. He's got to flip his hips and finish the catch-off. He does just that. DeCaro posts a 0. Heels still by 1.
Let's take a look at tonight's Capital One rewarding performance. How did the efforts of the youth players and then college stars get rewarded? Well, you go to major leagues, and guys like Nick Kurtz, Caglione, and Chase Burns, not to mention the man that voiced our open to the show, the T's, Paul Skeens, all not only in the big leagues, starring in the big leagues. I mean, how about Nick Kurtz? Did you see that production at the major league level? I know he's a good hitter, but I mean, he's.
Well, it's hard to predict that soon.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe one day. I didn't know it was coming at 23 years old.
This is Carter French, and you can predict some pretty positive things for this kid, whether it's baseball or off the field, where he is going to enter medical school. He's been dealing with tests and final exams and lab work. He was out there on social media thanking his lab partners for helping finish the last project to get it in. That was yesterday. Maybe leaning into orthopedic surgery.
He's got a few more things on his plate than a lot of the kids.
He has plenty of options.
He bats ninth in the order and pops it up, and that's out of play. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The answer from DeCaro was could settle down. Now can Rager do the same? This ball is sky high, and another one that's too shallow center. No collision here because Jason Walk called everybody off. One out. Let's see how Schafter's walking. He was the guy involved in this collision on the left side.
Did look like Schaffner called it right at the end. You see Scott Jackson. Let's have a conversation, boys. And both, that's just two guys wanting to make a play. But really, I think that KP, as we hit the first time, like you just want to see your center fielder own that one and own it early enough where everybody gets out of the way.
Schaffner, it didn't seem to bother him. We're 2 for 2 in the game, and he takes an aggressive turn. And that'll make you feel a lot better. Jake Schaffner out of the leadoff spot, 2 hits.
Man, that is a really, really short move to the ball. And he's clearly physically feeling fine. Look how sudden the barrel arrives on that fastball. As he gets that thing loaded, watch how quick A to B this barrel arrives to the front part of the plate. That is swing efficiency right there. That will help you play this game for a long time, because if you're going to play it for a while, you have to hit velocity, and that move right there certainly does that.
He bounces off first. Next up, Owen Hull. The action in the Oklahoma pen will continue, but that one was up and fouled off the bat of Owen Hull. Safe to say, like, Owen Hull's kind of an overachiever. Is that a fair assessment for him? And I don't mean just in a baseball sense. Eagle Scout.
Is he overachiever, just insanely talented?
Good at stuff.
Both, yeah. He does everything, does it really well.
Yeah,
Someone is fouled off at the plate. Like, there's nothing he's not willing to take on, and then he achieves great things when he does it.
A high achiever, no doubt.
Yeah, better said, high achiever. And really engaging. He's over his skis. He's not.
That's Kyle. That's more Kyle.
Glad we got there.
It was a tee up, and he hit it right down the middle.
Took a while, but I'm glad he got there.
But a very engaging kid. We were up there the other day talking with people. He'd literally pull up a chair and just chat, talk about all things Owen Hull, including the batting cages that he built in his town for kids as part of his Eagle Scout project. What it's like to be a part of this team and be a leader on this team.
I was talking to Scott Jackson, the first base coach, former head coach at Liberty, and we were just talking about how serious Owen Hull is. And, everybody else might be enjoying music in the locker room, and Owen Hull's got his bat, and he's, focused on his grip and visualizing his at-bats. He's a person that is very dialed in with what's in front of him.
No doubt. Good against lefties, good with 2 strikes, but Rager decides to go bender, and he gets him swinging, and the frustration for Hull there. He didn't win that battle, Rager did. And there were 2 outs here in the second.
Yeah, that's one of his best breaking balls so far of the game. For Rager, we talk about he's very fastball heavy, throws it about 60% of the time, but against this North Carolina lineup, which is going to show you 5 out of 9 from the left side, that's the one you're going to have if he's going to hang in there for a while today. And he picked a good time to throw a really good one to Owen Hull.
Yeah, this is a test here. When you had Schaffner with 1 out on first, you get Hull, who'd been so hot, and now you get another opportunity against one of the better ones in Gallagher. This one is off the end of the bat, and Walk in center will make his second put out of the inning. So he does avoid the single by Schaffner. We're through 2. It's 3-2.
How fun must it be when no one expects much from you except you?
Let's go! That is gone!
A crimson and cream David versus a conga line of ranked Goliaths.
What a story the Sooners continue to write.
The Sooners just assume folks keep picking against them. They already have a wagon, and they love to circle it.
Yeah, that wagon has been running circles around some real powerful teams. They beat the ACC champ, the SEC champ last few weeks. 8 straight wins, I should say, since the Regionals 1-0 game lost. That ball is smoked to right field off the bat, a walk, and it is on the wall. The Dr. Carter French smacks into the wall and makes the catch.
Hey now.
Never a doubt right here. I thought it was gone.
Me too.
When he hit it, I thought it was gone. We've already seen it from walk, but watch this route.
Take a back step, maybe not the perfect first step, but a drop step. And then you got to be fearless at the fence, boys. Just put your nose in the wall and go make a play under the padding.
Oh, my goodness.
That's incredible.
His glove got stuck under the padding, and the ball went in it.
Review.
Yeah, they're going to look at it to make sure it didn't hit the wall. It didn't look like it did.
His glove got stuck under there and opened so the ball could get in it.
Yeah, it worked out great.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Watch the glove open when it hits it. Boink. It's amazing. Boink.
And stay in there.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I just love the fearlessness, though. That is zero concern for what's behind you right there. A face full of fence and a baseball to boot.
Ooh, is right. That is something you've never seen.
That was pretty awesome.
Never seen that.
After review, the ruling is confirmed. The runner is out. Oklahoma has 1 challenge remaining.
He used to say, "Oh, doctor." Carter French. Jason Walk, who nearly had his 3rd in the last 2 games, denied by a few inches. What a play to start the 3rd. Here's Camden Johnson next up, squares, and that is at the top of the zone for a strike. Johnson, then LaChance singled his first time up, breaking ball, and a good one from DeCaro, who again seems to have settled a little bit. However, he nearly gave up a homer. He did give up a double to Harris. So Walk and Harris were so great the last game. They've got the 2 hardest hit balls in this game. Although LaChance's was hard hit.
LaChance,
so Harris
he
was
impacted one too.
Oh boy, filthy there from DeCaro as he picks up another strikeout, his 5th.
There's a top to bottom curveball that DeCaro will go to in 2 strike counts. We've seen the fastball in the mid-90s in a totally different shape. And obviously different velocity right here. 77 miles an hour top to bottom. Underneath the barrel of Johnson right there. Tight spin coming in 2. Got right over the top of it.
Now here is the McLennan Community College star, now starring here, Dayton LaChance, right through that one. Yeah, Dad is just scoring the entire game. Gets a little nervous, rock working.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Leo Mazzoni.
3 on the left side of the infield. He chased another one. And will he go back up there now that Dayton has found himself in a 0-2 hole?
I think you bounce a breaking ball right now. You got eye level change. You go fastball up, throw a curveball right off that same window right now. Bounce it and just trust that Heine can keep it in front.
DeCaro ready. He went up there, and LaChance golfs one to left field, and this one is also gone. Whoa, into the bleachers. LaChance leaves again. Well, KP, in hindsight, your idea may have been better.
Just too good to go the same place 3 times.
2 homers in the game for the big fella. 18 on the season. And just like that, we're knotted up at 3. And they prevent DeCaro from getting out of what was going to be a fairly easy and routine inning.
Until it wasn't.
Until it wasn't.
Yeah, fastball up, and then one more time. And
Fastball
honestly,
gone.
he didn't miss his spot. It almost hit the mitt.
Whoa, inside of Willits.
Well, you know they're having that conversation at some point, KP. It just frustrated that he made him pay when it looked like he was in between, and then in 0-2 you'd think he'd be even more defensive, and yet somehow he's able to get to it in 0-2 count. It just shows you how special Dayton LaChance is.
On a play off the bat of Willits, who's got some new daddy strength working for him. He recently became a dad. He and Abigail welcoming Gracie Kate here. Jackson posted on social media how important it is. Obviously Father's Day tomorrow to have his dad right there, and now he's a dad. 1-2 won't chase.
That ain't bad, is it? Pretty cool way to spend Father's Day with your pops, and as a new dad, that's an awesome story.
Got Reggie, who of course many in the New York area and Major League Baseball fans knew he was a coach with the Yankees. This ball lifted high, deep to right. French is not going to have to deal with a fence this time. He's there to make the play. All right, Burke, yes, a pretty good half inning right there of action.
Are we having fun yet? How about it? We think we got him set up. Fastball at the top of the zone, climb it a little more. Maybe even higher on the 3rd pitch, but fool me twice, not a 3rd time. Dayton LaChance has tied it up, folks.
Are you not entertained? We've got just a few innings, and we've seen a little bit of everything. Glove in the right spot, Dr. Carter French. With a great catch in right, after 2 straight neck-high fastballs, Dayton LaChance takes the 3rd and absolutely covers it to left. 2 home runs for LaChance in a tie ball game.
Back to the action as we go bottom 3, and Eric Paulson waited on that breaking pitch and sent it into the OU dugout. I mean, how hard is it to hit that pitch to the LaChance?
That would be impressive in a 2-0 count. If you were that ready for a fastball that you covered it in an aggressive count. But to cover that thing in an 0-2 count just really doesn't make sense. It's one thing to have seen it twice in a row and maybe be 1-1. But to do that on an 0-2 count is pretty special.
Tomahawk chop. Paulson was a Stony Brook student before he transferred down to Carolina. The story of his dad making that trip with him. His dad was a detective with the fire department in New York and was there dealing with all the wreckage and ash from 9/11. Was diagnosed with throat cancer, and his son would used to park his car so that his dad, after coming out of Stony Brook Hospital, would be able to sit in the car. He didn't want anybody to really see him suffering and struggling to watch his games. And really, between he and his father, they decided, yes, Carolina's where you should go. I want you there. I want to see you wearing Carolina blue. And that necklace there that you can only see the gold part around his neck is actually his father's shield from the fire department. He wears, obviously, very, very proudly, and on this Father's Day weekend is acutely aware of what this can mean. Yeah, Malika says strike 3, bottom of the zone, and Paulson is gone.
Good pitch, good spot right there too. Left on left breakable. Paulson thought it was down. It was not. That caught plenty of the zone right there. Just gave up on it. Thought it was going to be too low. Chance tried a little bit too hard to frame it up, but Derek Malika got it right behind home plate. Third strikeout of the game. First one here to start the third inning.
Pulled left field towards the line, and it will be foul. Scott Klein's our rules analyst. What makes Malika a good ball and strike umpire?
Well, guys, Carl, you mentioned it earlier. He does score well because he's not afraid to call the bottom of the zone. He'll call that pitch a strike.
One we just saw there against Paulson. Nicholson, this one end of the bat, little blooper, third base, chance for Johnson, and he ran out of room as it goes about 4 rows deep.
Well, one of the things I think, Scotty, that makes it impressive is he's not waiting for the catch. He's calling that ball as it's entering the zone. So even though the catch isn't completed, he's already in the middle of ringing that dude up, which tells me as a hitter and as an observer that he's not going to be influenced by the catcher. He's going to call it what he sees, not how the catcher presents it. Is that fair?
It is, yeah. Presentation's almost gone out the window these days. It helps, but doesn't have to have it.
Appeal at first, no. We've talked about Malika at first. That's Jake Uhlenhop down there at first base. Billy Van Raphorst is at second. And Mark Wagers is at third base with Malika calling balls and strikes. So far, so good on the weather. It's clearly been a hitter's happy day with the cloud cover overhead. That just misses, and the count goes full 3-2, and it was off. The other part about Derek, it doesn't feel like he's going to extend outside the zone.
He won't.
No,
yeah, he
won't
won't go off the plate.
Mitt.
3-2 with one down. Hooks it, and another one foul.
I think the modern umpire isn't worried about the mitt. He's not worried about coaches ripping him. He's not worried about the score of the game. He's going to call the pitches relative to what he believes is balls and strike because he knows that grade exists.
It is interesting, though, because, I mean, in our day, like if the guy doesn't catch it, they weren't going to call it a strike. It was understood, and honestly, you didn't really argue. You knew it was that way. Not the case anymore.
This one has popped up. LeChance will give it a look, and he's being told by his team, let's leave it alone. But by the way, and I don't know how you felt about it, that's kind of baffling. Like, a strike is a strike. ABS is eliminated, to Scott's point. Like, if it goes through the box, it's a strike. I don't care what happens behind the plate.
As it should be.
As it should be.
It was also understood before.
LeChance, just a giant target back there. As the 61st pitch of the game is going to be thrown here by Rager. Tall lefty out of Maypearl, and he bounced one up there. Ball 4, he loses Nicholson. Hey, for the latest news, insight, in-depth analysis from the 2026 College World Series, visit NCAA.com, your official online home for all NCAA championships. And that is what this is, a championship, the Men's College World Series. Certainly the story, the headline of the two teams that are here, but all year, UCLA was the #1 team, didn't get here. Georgia, power, here and exit stage left. Georgia Tech didn't get here. Speaks to the parity, the unpredictability of college baseball, the sort of live or die nature of regionals and super regionals. There's that bottom of the zone strike to Tyler Howe, who walked his first time up.
5 SEC teams here at Omaha. Oklahoma finished 11th in the Southeastern Conference this year. They were below 500 in the league, but yet what they've done the last 3 weeks, they look, well, they are one of the best teams in the country right now.
Without question.
Well, it's a long season, and Oklahoma has plenty of talent. We saw them get out of the gates off to a red-hot start, and then they struggled as individuals struggled, as starting pitching really became kind of a question mark. But as the season has unfolded, they have found the right formula, and that talent has really blossomed.
Just a little bit lower than the home plate umpire would say strike, so it goes 2-2. And this has been the year of the homer. We've had some days where the conditions were conducive to balls flying out over the center field wall, but 30 homers this year, third most since we moved down to Charles Schwab in 2011. The record is 37 in 2024. We're at 30. We got 7 more homers in the bag.
You got a chance.
If we get 3 games.
3 games, yeah.
Rager's 2-2, fouled and into the mitt. Boy, good job by LaChance to hang on to that one. That's right, foul into the mitt. Strikeout 4. That's been an impressive run, man. Their last 8 games in which they haven't lost. They've scored over 11 runs a game. Their ERA has been great. And Tech and Georgia were powers in what has been a phenomenal year for baseball in the Georgia area. Kansas, Big 12. They do it on the road.
Well, they beat 3 different regular season conference champs and tournament conference champs.
They had to beat them twice.
And they had to beat all of them twice.
Oh, and 2 to Heineck. Skip Johnson and everyone around the program does talk about confidence. You know, you're always curious, like, what in the world changed here? And he didn't really say much of anything. We've talked about the metrics and barreling balls up, but he said it was really confidence, believing in the process, and it has certainly paid off. 0-2, he chased, and he is gone. Strikeout number 5, and he gets 3 in the inning to settle things down in a tie game through 3.
Oh, the freshman's starting to settle in, folks. Fastball right past Heineck. The check swing can't hold up, and he's fired up. And we will talk to the skipper of the Oklahoma Sooners, Skip Johnson, when we come back.
Back to the men's college series presented by Capital One, joined now by Sooners head coach Skip Johnson. What have you thought of Cord Rager now through 3?
Well, I mean, he attacked the mid. That's the only thing he can't control, and they got some big hits in our first inning. He's just trying to settle him in and keep throwing the ball in the mid. That's the only thing he can't control.
2 at-bats, 2 home runs for LaChance. What has impressed you about his approach at the plate?
I mean, he's a competitive. He's really competitive, and he's not going to give in. He's just a good kid.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Thank you.
Yeah, Skip Johnson. The story with Skip, of course, is the tutelage of Augie Garrido. He was telling us some great Augie stories today about the dynamic that they had. They're not afraid to challenge each other either.
No.
They were not.
I'd say Augie could keep you on edge as an assistant coach.
Augie wasn't afraid to challenge anybody. It didn't matter who it was.
There were times where Skip thought he was I'm fired. I am getting fired. I am done. Nobody wants me around. And again, it goes back to the players' ability to believe in themselves. Gamble on the ground, a second, fielded cleanly over there. Gallagher, and there is one quick out.
Carl, talk about that confidence that has been the difference in this Sooners team. And Skip Johnson remembers a quote that he learned from Augie Garrido that he's used with this team, and it's one pitch at a time. That even when things go bad, just shake it off, take a breath, and just focus on the next pitch. And he feels that it's something that they've implemented over the last half of this season and something that he learned early on from the old Texas legends.
Yeah, the ability, good point, KB, and thanks for bringing that up. The ability to kind of flush anything negative. And he talks about sports psychologists and asked him, like, you seem so much more in tune with that side of it. He said, absolutely. And he was telling us stories from years ago when it struck him, like, you got to take care of the kid's mind as much as their physical ability. He made it really sound like the positive thinking and the belief in yourself comes before any of your natural abilities.
Well, it certainly works in tandem with, right? If you've got one without the other, you're not going to find your ceiling as a player or as a team.
Rock fouls it back.
Isn't it cool? I mean, all the coaches from OU that have been there. Barry Switzer, a longtime football head coach. Saw him in Lincoln a couple times.
Yep, Porter Moser's been here. We've seen
Stoops
here. Bob Stoops certainly has been here. He describes in Oklahoma. He uses the word family all the time. And, they're investing in the programs there too, man.
Yeah, they got almost a $50 million renovation going on back home where they will have a world-class baseball facility, and they've earned it. 2 times to the finals in the last 5 years. Certainly a school that is deserving of one of the best facilities in the country.
Vaquero, 5 strikeouts on a 2-2. Inside was the call. We go full 3-2. That's the exact kind of play that LaChance made last half. Heineck couldn't hold on to it.
Look at him speed him up, slow him down too. Mid-90s fastball, then the slow curveball, and Heineck has it for a second, then just pops out of that glove when he goes to make the transfer. But because there was a little bit of contact, onward, and a great take right there on a fastball that was just up and out.
Hey, Scott, is there a transfer rule on a caught strike 3 there on a foul tip?
Yep, same thing applies. You got to reach in there and pull it out.
Could they have reviewed that?
No, that's not foul tips, not reviewable.
Okay,
that's what it would fall under.
But I'm saying, if that, from your viewpoint, did he lose that on the transfer? Like, could that have been called an out? It looks like he's going to take the ball out.
No,
okay,
he dropped
it before. Finish the catch. Okay.
Yeah.
Change up to the lefty. Desan Harris lands to get an 0-1. Harris, he had that Bermuda Triangle double in which Schaffner and Gallagher slammed into each other, and Hull avoided that collision.
Feels like there's some movement right here, whether it's a straight steal, whether they go hit and run right here with Deshaun Harris. You're probably not going to do it 0-1, but it doesn't feel like Brock's going to be standing at first base for long.
Saw the numbers, 28 of 32. Not going. Swing and a miss at a high one. He's 0-2.
And DeCaro's interesting. It's not a super quick move to the plate, but it's a fast leg lift. So sometimes it'll catch a runner off guard. That foot gets off the ground quickly, but he actually picks up the leg more than you think.
Looking for a ground ball as well, but he elevates to go 1-2. The defense behind him has been really good, 983 fielding percentage, and the Carolina D has not made an error at the College World Series. That play that Schaffner and Gallagher ran into each other was ruled a double.
All right, we've seen last pitch fastball up. Now you get a pick.
Here.
You know what I'm thinking, KP.
Here comes
You
your
know
theory.
what I'm
If he picks again.
If he picks again, you steal. There's an off-speed pitch in here somewhere. He's not going to live at the top of the zone with nothing but fastballs. 2-2 count. Probably going to get a pick here. And then if I'm Brock, man, I am really trying to hunt this late kick.
And that is lined. It's a fair ball. Brock can fly. He's at third. He's held there. The ball thrown back in. And that is the second double of the game for Harris. One aided by a misplay and miscommunication, no doubt about it. And he now has 10 doubles on the season.
This was really good. Keep that barrel in the zone for a long time on a changeup that was not in a bad spot at all. It's down. You can see that changeup from DeCaro, but Deshaun Harris keeps that barrel in there just long enough. Didn't need to run if he's going to hook it down the right field line.
Starting to get loose now in the North Carolina pen. Second and third, one down. First pitch fouled straight back off the bat of Taki. There have been some big home runs in the history of Oklahoma baseball. Taki's got one.
He's right there at the top of the list.
Chance to change this score in a hurry, and he fouls a fastball off. Yes, they've hit the ball over the wall, but they also haven't struck out when they have runners on. They put it in play to get runners in. First of the 8 teams in the field in batting average, contact rate, and the lowest strikeout rate. He got Taki to strike out his first time up.
I would love to see Carolina bring the infield in here. 2 strikes.
Thinking the same thing.
You got a veteran pitcher on the mound. You know you can get that breaking ball to the bottom of the zone or change up to the bottom of the zone. This game has the feels. I don't know if it's going to be 8-7 or 6-5. It has all the feels of a one-run ball game. It just surprising they're going to let him drop one in here with just a routine ground ball to second.
Oh boy, really close.
That's a pretty good one there. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah, he had missed many today, KP, but I think this one catches the corner. That's a heck of a pitch there from Jason DeCaro.
He's been great with a runner on third and less than 2 out. That's Dayton Taki, a .444 average with 4 runs batted in. Can he get one of the outfields? There is Mom with a very famous Taki hat on. DeCaro hasn't gotten a ton of swings and misses today, to the credit of the Sooners.
Boy, he's made some big-time pitches to the edge.
There it is. He paints on the inside. It may have been the 4th or 5th strike, but he gets the one he needed. And now they're at 2 down.
Wow, watch where this starts and where it finishes. I mean, that's taking that two-seamer starting on the inside part of the plate. You just see Taki gap right there. He thinks that pitch is going to stay inside, but good extension, gets all the way through the two-seamer that fights back just enough to clip the inside part of the plate. Pops, you can write down a K right now.
Backwards.
6th of the game. Another chance for Branch to get his first hit here in Omaha. Berkey, as a hitter in that plate appearance for Taki, there are 2 balls that are close. They're called balls. Does it change the way you approach another close one or not?
Yes, I would think that you feel like you dodged a couple bullets. At some point, you're going to have to pull the trigger on a marginal pitch. Also, it was pretty clear they were trying to get him out in. Right, the breaking ball was in, the fastball previous pitch was in, and Taki just never made an adjustment to pull the trigger on any 3 of those pitches.
Branch flew out to left his first time up. Ooh. He didn't like that call, and it goes 1-2 in favor of DeCaro on the mound. Brock and Harris, good speed, the base runners on a 1-2. Great job behind the plate to save a run.
And there are times you don't have enough time to get out there and block it. It's exactly what it was right there for Heine, to where that curveball's so far off the plate, you just got to try to backhand it through your glove out there, and he did it really well. That right knee down, it just makes it that much tougher if you're going to try to get around it, but saved it right there with the backhand pick.
Branch of 200 hitters, runners in scoring position, and he delivers past the dive of Schaffner. His first hit, biggest hit. 2 come in, and Kyle Branch delivers.
Well, you just felt like the do factor was pretty high here, Ravi. He had a rocket in his first at bat. That had to be a settling feeling for a hitter that's been struggling here in Omaha. Gets a 4-seamer right down Broadway, stays inside of it, and that is a picture-perfect line drive right back up the box. You know Harris is going to score easily. Schaffner empties the tank to try to make the play, but the Sooners punch back and now have a 2-run lead.
All right, 2 outs, 2 strikes. How clutch is that? He is taking second. There's a delayed throw. He is in there. Branch picks up a steal in the scoring position.
See 2 of those in this College World Series. I don't know if I saw one all year. Now we got 2 delayed steals here in the last week and a half.
Delayed throw because we get a delayed steal. Gets a ton of separation from first base on his shuffles and catches the North Carolina defense napping a little bit there.
Against a hot hitter in Walk on the corner. 0-2. Two in the inning. They have scored in all but 1 on a 1-2. Bounced, gets away quickly to third base now. Goes Branch, 90 feet away from what would be a 6th run. Start to think about what Carolina would do in their bullpen. They've got a whole bunch of very good arms and down by a couple. On a 2-2. A hard one, that's by Schaffner. That one was 99 off the bat, and you could see his feet were frozen. Give Walk an RBI and make it 6-3 Sooners.
Yeah, you said it, Rav. Schaffner just gets caught, stuck here with his feet just a little bit. This is one of those balls where you're either going to body it up or you're going to try to give some ground to allow your eyes to get behind the baseball, and he just gets stuck late. He tries to drop step. I think that ball just froze him a little bit. Certainly a very tough chance. Oklahoma just continues to barrel balls up here in a really clutch 2-out rally to put them up 3.
Guy on third base and 2 outs, you got to body that one up. I mean, you got a little bit of time. I can understand if there's nobody on base playing it that way potentially, but with a guy on third, man, 2 outs, and it feels like you got to wear that one. And Carolina will go to the bullpen first today.
Walker McDuffie is coming in to give them some length. Oklahoma's bats continue to bang at 6-3. Back with KP, Berkey, Chris Budden, Carl Ravitch. Yeah, one side is elated at what's going on here. And the first hit off the bat of Branch, which was caught in left field, was 101 miles an hour. Dad's loving the second hit, which was a couple of mile hours less, but it was the one that drove in two. The 101 off the bat was the hardest hit ball he's had all year.
Big swing of the bat. KP, Jason DeCaro, the fastball command, probably the best thing he had going for him today, but against a red-hot lineup, just not enough swing and miss from the right-hander.
Yeah, it's interesting. 6 strikeouts, but it still felt like Oklahoma was fighting him every at-bat.
And here we go with the base steal, and that is a no throw. And a real easy one for Walk. They're feasting right now on Carolina. A couple of delayed moves, and Walk is now in a scoring position.
I mean, they take advantage of McDuffie right here. Right when he comes in, Walk is, I mean, shuffle, go. You got zero chance to throw him out there. His 18th stolen base on the year.
McDuffie gives up one. That's going to be an RBI after the stolen base pays off. Camden Johnson's second hit. Sooners 7, Carolina 3.
Well, Bucky, we talk so much coming in, but the power of Oklahoma, we've seen it. They've hit 2 home runs. But what they do on the base pass changes the course of the ballgame, and it does again right here. Walk steals second, then Johnson gets an elevated changeup right here, drives it to right center, and because Walk is on second base, it drives in another run.
Yeah, Chaos offense is operating at full tilt right now.
It is chaotic right now.
McDuffie, who hadn't given up anything here in Omaha, is touched, and be careful with LeChance, who's got 2 LeBombs already. He is a sophomore of Broadway, North Carolina, 6 feet, 200 pounds. He's been really good. And And it is fastball slider. The chance who hammered a fastball up out for his second home run of the day.
Yeah, they got their attention now. You just can't get caught napping. It doesn't matter, other than maybe LaChance. Everybody else, you have to be extremely engaged in slowing down the run game.
And the guy at first, Johnson, has got 29 stolen bases to lead the team. And he's going. That throw down is to the shortstop side. He's going to be able to go to third base. Oklahoma is causing all sorts of problems for Carolina's pitchers, catchers, and infielders. Wow.
Chaos at its peak right now. And North Carolina getting a little sped up. Yeah, he's got the base stolen, but Gavin Gallagher is too veteran of a player here not to finish the catch. Once you get a breaking ball with a runner like Camden Johnson, he's not going to be out when it's to your backside. You just got to make that catch. As a middle infielder, you just have to know, I'm not going to tag him out. Let me just make this catch. And because he doesn't, he gets another base. And Scott Forbes wisely going out here to slow things down.
Oklahoma sends Cord Rager out to the bullpen. As Scott Forbes comes back out. And this is just going to keep him loose during this long inning. They scored 2 in the first, 1 in the third, and they have pounded Carolina with their legs and the bats. They're smelling a little blood in the water.
I think so.
Yeah, they ain't gonna slow down, I'll tell you that.
So the starting pitcher Rager is out there in the bullpen staying loose. With a chance with 2 home runs today, 18 on the season. Duffy pulls it 1-0. Pulls another one to go 3-0. Obviously first base is open. McDuffie has given up 3 homers on the season. Green light, and will he throw him a strike?
Yeah, he doesn't look super interested in challenging the big right-hander right now.
Oh boy, he hung one, and this one goes to center field. Hull goes back and is there. They green lighted him, and he ended up hitting it into the biggest part of the ballpark. But 4 biggies for the Sooners. They lead by 4 as we go bottom 4. Wendy's is a proud sponsor of the NCAA Men's College World Series. Eat great even late at Wendy's. Hours may vary by location, but a special thanks to Wendy's for keeping fans fueled with Baconators right here in Omaha. Kids are loving it. KP has loved a good Baconator. I know that. As we take a look at the score, and it is 7-3. Oklahoma becomes the first team since the finals were added in 2003 with 2 homers and 3 stolen bases in a finals game. First team to do that.
We're in the 4th, by the way.
Exactly. Add to that, and Jason DeCaro gets charged with 7 runs against the Sooners. Nathan Kirby, Wade Townsend, the only ones who have allowed more in a finals game. Kirby for Virginia, 8 against Vanderbilt, and Townsend for Rice, 8 against the Stanford Cardinals. So Rager is working with a lot more support than he had, and the first one is high. It'll be 8-9-1 for North Carolina, who again have been to the College World Series now 13 times. The previous 12 have not yielded a trophy. Call on the corner to go 1 ball, 1 strike.
Can Carolina get some offense started at the bottom? It just feels like if they don't, they're going to have a really hard time coming back in this ball game. You can't just be dependent on the top 4 guys in your order.
Yeah, and it does feel top heavy, but it certainly hasn't been that way for Gallagher and company. The 53 wins they have in 26 is the 4th most all time. 55, if they get 2 and win the title, would be the 3rd most in school history. But it's Winslow and then French, the right fielder.
Cord Rager went just about a half hour between throwing pitches. It was 27 minutes. Now did go down the bullpen through a little bit, so got his arm moving around, but it is rare that it takes that long between when you're out there and when you go trotting back out.
Popped up. Who's going to get there? Willits, the shortstop, screams, and they bail. They all ran away. I mean, Camden Johnson sprinted the other way. Winslow pops out to Willits.
Let's take a look at the Home Depot working on a win. How about a little momentum lead? Steal the base easily. Ooh. And then you get a hanging breaking ball and a rip shot in the pull side gap. Walk scores easily, and that is how you work on a win right there. This chaos offense operating on all cylinders here this afternoon.
Strike 1 to French. Did you see the slide in there from Walk?
Yeah,
I mean,
that was fancy.
Trey Turner-ish there is smooth slides.
Pretty smooth.
Little moonwalk back into the bag. You're not impressed.
It was good.
You're not.
I wouldn't go Trey Turner. That's like
I said Trey Turner-ish. It's
okay.
not. But I mean, it was smooth. Smooth factor.
I agree. You sold me. I got there.
Come on. Yeah, it did get him, and the good doctor will let you know that one hit me. He goes down to first, and lost in all the offense for Oklahoma was that great catch by French, which feels like 2 games ago. But here you go, Berkey. You got the 9-hole hitter on base after getting nicked by this, and you go back to your top part of your order. That's a glancing blow.
That didn't get him by much.
It looked like it almost clipped the forearm more so than the pad. But yeah, there's a lot of pressure, it feels like, on the next few hitters. They have to capitalize with this opportunity.
Go, Cord.
2 singles for Schaffner. They throw down, and that one was picked cleanly by Taki on a short hop. French has not been a major threat to steal, just 5 on the season. Schaffner, shallow center, late jump for both Harris and Walk. And a basket catch made and a quick turn and a fire to first. That was awfully impressive.
Do it, kid.
It's pretty decent field awareness right there.
We just saw him catch one all the way down the left field line. Now he's catching one in the right center field gap. There's his pops, Reggie Willits, who runs the offense here for the Sooners, but also does a ton of work with the defense on pop-up communication and infield defense and outfield defense. You see they have repped this. Ravi, you commented on how everybody got out of Jackson Willits' way. They know he is the alpha, and if he says he's got it, they can trust him to finish off plays like that for sure.
Reggie looked as impressed with the catch by Jackson as you did with the slide from Walk.
Fine.
Got to convince him now, too.
Two down here in the fourth for Hull. On the ground to second, and Berkey. They did. They got rid of 1 and 2 who had gotten 3 hits prior. Hull grounds out 7-3. Coach Forbes in an unfamiliar position here in Omaha. Down. We'll talk with him when we come back.
Welcome back to the Men's College World Series presented by Capital One. Joined now by Scott Forbes. What's the challenges with what OU does on the base paths?
I tell you what, that's on us, obviously. You know, we can't let them delay and we can't let them get that type of lead. We know we're better than that, but we'll just move on and try to be a little bit better and communicate a little bit better. But they're hot and they're a challenge in all areas right now.
You bring in McDuffie with the way the score is right now. How do you manage him and the rest of the pen?
Yeah, like I believe in our team. It's only the 5th inning. We're going to keep playing. We talk about, you know, have a short memory, and that 4 spot, we can't do anything about it. All we can do is remain positive and play the next pitch.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys.
KB, thank you very much. Forbes talked about 2006 when Carolina was here. He was an assistant coach on Coach Fox's team. And he remembers being at breakfast and he's just looked at his food and said, I can't eat anything. He was so nervous. But today he confirmed he pounded his breakfast out.
And said he slept like a baby.
Yeah. Slept like a baby and housed his, I believe it was a peanut butter something and a shake. Very comfortable, very relaxed. Less so now, down by 4 as we start the 5th inning. Willits hits another one, Hardman. They are barreling it up, and that one's going to chase all the way to the wall. Willits will go to second and stop there. His 18th double of the season and his first today. That'll make baby and mom very happy.
They've been all over McDuffie's slider. He keeps spinning this thing in the middle of the plate to left-handers. He's going to have problems. We usually see him go to the changeup to lefties, but this is a few breaking balls. One to Camden Johnson and now to Jackson Willits. And pitch recognition as he separates, and then a really clean move to back of that baseball. And the ball flight from the Sooners today has been impressive. It has been a laser show all over the ballpark.
And now Gamble. And that is in there for a strike. Yeah, the idea that they played Wednesday and had Thursday and Friday off, how would that impact their hot bats? Clearly, it has had no impact. 7 runs on 9 hits. Best 2 out of 3 College World Series finals. But the team that wins game 1 has had a significant advantage, winning 14 of the last 22. That's a good change up there, and Gamble was out in front of it.
Yeah, and he's going to need that one too. I mean, it's for McDuffie. Berkey talked about a changeup. He really doesn't throw it to righties, but against lefties, it's very important and very slider heavy to righties.
Gamble's got big time power in that bat on a 1-2. It's too far down. His goal is to get Willits to third base. Their takes have been terrific today too.
Locked. I feel like the whole approach is really good. The takes, the offensive approach, the carryover effect from 2 days off seems to be just fine.
Yeah. Three-two, slow roller. McDuffie's got one play, and he does get Willits to third base with 1 out.
Well, that was a pretty good pitch there. Change up right on the edge on a 3-2 count. Gamble's, that's about as happy as you'll ever be with a tapper back to the mound.
Yes. Did my job. Did my job.
That's right.
Never doubt.
You get a guy to third in the National Championship Series. You're happy about that. You're cool.
And even more so if they can get him in. Carolina brings the infield in with 1 down. And the first pitch is too far inside from McDuffie. Berkey touched on it. He thought, you know, North Carolina's going to have to get something out of the bottom of the order. 6 through 9. Oklahoma has 3 hits. North Carolina doesn't have any. Brock walked his first time up at the knees, in there for a strike to go 1-1.
All right, so from an approach standpoint, you've seen sinker in, sinker in. Clearly, he wants you to hit a ground ball at an infielder. As a hitter, you gotta just give him that inner third early. Try to hunt something up and out over the plate. What you can't do is go fishing after a breaking ball down and away. And so McDuffie's won the last 2 pitches. Let's see if Brock can lock in here.
He's been great in this situation. I mean, great. So you have the stat, runner on third, less than 2 out. And Brendan Brock is a .652 hitter. That doesn't count sac flies. .652. 2-2. Oh, he chased and he's gone. Good job by McDuffie. He got him fishing. They throw to first, and there's no advancement down there from Willits in third.
Well, he stayed with it too. Stayed with the slider. I mean, it was 2 fastballs in early that looked like early in the count. He was fine with giving up a ground ball. Then you get into a plus count, you get a chance to potentially strike a guy out. And that's when McDuffie goes to really what his comfort zone is against righties. Hammer that slider back to back right there, and Brock couldn't hold up on the last one.
And one of the hottest hitters on the planet right now is Deshaun Harris, and he got a fastball there that he didn't swing at. He carried a .362 batting average into the series, and we've seen multiple homers, and today kind of a seeing eye double and then a hard one down the right field line. And he golfs one into center. Hall dives and makes the play. A run saver from the O-zone in the no-fly zone.
We talk about the offensive Owen Hall so much, but this is a really important defensive play for North Carolina. Already down 4. This ball lands. And OU's only going to add to that lead, but change up down, driven to center by Deshaun Harris, and full extension right there for Owen Hall. Carolina needs some offense, though. We're halfway home. They trail it by 4.
action comes your way Monday. The Braves, who have a 7.5 game lead in the NL East over the Phillies, in San Diego to take on the Padres, who are right in the middle of the NL West in third place. Monday night, 10 Eastern, ESPN. You can stream it live on the ESPN app. Dave Fleming, Eduardo Perez, Jessica Mendoza will be there as Rager throws a first pitch fastball by the swing of Gavin Gallagher.
It's really interesting. If you'd have said which of the two pitchers would it make the most sense, could give up a crooked number early and then settle into the middle of this ball game, you would have guessed the veteran, DeCaro.
I think you would think just because of experience.
Yeah.
But when you talk to Skip Johnson about Cord Rager, I think you can understand why he's been able to withstand the punches so far. They rave about the competitiveness. They rave about a kid that ultimately, as a freshman, came in and I mean, Skip kind of told the story. He said, you know, somebody was screwing around with him one day and he shot him a look. They don't do that anymore. He's got plenty of respect when he walks in that dugout when he's standing 60 feet away.
He's ready on a 1-2 to Gallagher, and that one misses. Another story about Rager, KP, was he was, 91, 92, and then they moved his hand a little bit further away from his head, and he picked up 3-4 miles of velocity. As we watch him throw, maybe explain how that helped.
You see, sometimes guys, it seems like they fight their arm angle a little bit. The truest way that you can tell what somebody's arm angle is to roll the ball at shortstop, tell them throw first base. Because you don't think about it. You just take it, you pick it up, you throw it. And sometimes guys get too mechanical on the mound, and that's what Skip did, is they took that out. Essentially made him more athletic in his move to home plate.
3-2, this one to left. Looked like again off the end of the bat. Brock is coming in now. He's there to make the play, and Rager is rolling.
He is, but he wasn't early. And this is the difference. Watch elevation. Up. And it was a very advanced approach, too, from Carolina in the first inning offensively. But they were getting pitches they could handle. Now they're swinging at pitches they cannot handle. Break a balls down, elevate the fastball when you need to. Ultimately, Rager has found it. Then when he gets to 2 strikes, he's had the ability to get Carolina to go up and out of the zone.
And he's navigated the top of the order with the exception of this guy, Paulson, who doubled his first time up but struck out the next time up. And just to pay off KP's point, 69% fastballs in the first inning when he gave up 3 runs and 4 hits. 43%, so he's cut that back significantly in innings 2, 3, and 4 to use that more often, and he hasn't given up a run, and he's allowed 1 hit.
And he's landed it. I mean, that's the biggest thing. He's landed it, he's got ahead, and he's got into 2 strike counts.
Yeah, that's always going to be a strike with Mullica behind the plate. It has been all game. And Rager has punched in, and when he has, he's given them 6 innings of work very consistently. Trying to do it here again as he's got 1 out in the 5th. This ball is elevated on the infield. Only 1 guy over there. And right near third base, the catch is made by Camden Johnson. 2 down.
You know, Rager gives me a lot of Madison Bumgarner vibes. Like, KP, you told the story of, like, Skip Johnson saying he just has to give you a look and you kind of know not to mess with him. He's also a power-hitting first baseman, which is where they decided to change his arm slot, because when he plays first, he does throw like an infielder, like you were talking about, and the ball comes out naturally down there. I don't know if we're ever going to get to see him hit in college, but there's an athleticism to the way he moves and a physicality about him that just, to me, I see Bumgarner in him.
He was the #1 rated first baseman in the state of Texas. Now on the mound and dominating in Omaha. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Skip said he went home at Christmas and called him afterwards and said, I think I'm going to take a semester off from hitting. Hit all fall. And then said, nah, let's just focus on this. But Wouldn't shock me if we see him swinging the bat the next couple of years.
That one got him. That's the only way they've been able to get on here. I mean, there's been no hit since the second inning. There was a walk, and that's the second hit batter. Comes with 2 down.
Feels like Carolina is going to need to run into one to get themselves back in striking distance in this ball game.
Howe's run into 4 of them this year. He's walked and struck out. Hull appeared to kind of limp off the field. Good news is he's back there on the railing, ready to go back in. Breaking pitch misses. Yeah, Skip Johnson's coming out here. His background, of course, is in pitching, a renowned pitching coach.
The minute that the misses get bigger, and the misses have been a little bit bigger in this inning, that's usually when you can tell that guys are getting a little bit tired out there. For Cord Rager, the most pitches he had thrown in a game up to this point was 93. So he's now beyond anything that he's done in college, probably anything that he's done in his career.
Skip's out there talking. The other story he told today was about Chance Ruffin, a name very familiar to, you know, baseball fans, college baseball fans. But for a while, Chance just couldn't find it. And then there was that, again, the epiphany where on a cold day, I think it was at Missouri, you know, he goes out there basically in short sleeves and just said, I am owning this game. And from that point on, Chance Ruffin became a star. He's got great faith in his players.
You could have a lot of faith if you throw 3 freshmen at the College World Series in a starter's role, and that's exactly what Oklahoma has done. It now the 4th game here, all of them have been started by freshmen.
That meeting came with a 1-0 count to Howe. That one didn't miss the strike zone by much, but as you guys talked about earlier, old school, that ball pops out of LeChance's glove. We've seen that a few times.
Those catchers working low to high, working so hard to catch that one on the way up that every once in a while it'll clip an edge and pop out.
2-0 right there at the bottom, 2-1. There is the Rager family. They've been extremely excited by what they've seen with their son's development. Robin and Chad sitting here on a 2-1. That ball is elevated, center field, walk is there. He covers it cleanly. They get through the inning. Mom and Dad on their feet. Rager gets through 5. Sooners got a 7-3 lead. The bats have been buzzing, but the chemistry has been phenomenal. And Dayton LeChance has bounced his way to 2 bombs. Branch has delivered when he had to.
Tonight I'm shaking off my yesterdays. Trouble comes but never stays. I believe the best is yet to come. I'm gonna fly.
Chance and company comfortable where they are right now. McDuffie back on the mound for Carolina. And it looked as if Rager's night was over. He was getting all sorts of congratulations and hugs. That ball hit hard. Diving is Paulson. It gets right by him to second base, and the throw is coming in, and standing in there sliding now with a double is Dayton Taki, the 8th hitter. Bottom of the order, continues to do some damage for the Sooners.
It's been slow sledding here of late for Dayton Taki, but he finds a pitch he likes. A changeup on the inner third. Look at him put his nose down. You talk about hunting extra bases. Put that nose down, find that top gear, and even the Sooner first baseman can run, boys.
Two homers and the 4 doubles give him 6. And the brain trust over there, Brian Gaines and Scott Forbes, wondering this team is so hot. Is there a way to slow him down? There's a bunt that's put down by Branch. McDuffie's throw is on the mark, but they move the runner to third, trying to tack on.
Well done right there. It kind of done everything right today offensively. Now you're going to force North Carolina to bring that infield in, you would think, in this spot as Jason walks up to the plate. I do think if you're Carolina, you got to start thinking about McDuffie. Because, I mean, at this point, can he come back tomorrow? Yes. We got a lot of work to get back in this thing right now, and I think you want to make sure you get enough bullets.
So the 2 homers, the 4 doubles, total of 10 hits. They've stolen 3 bases, which has caused all sorts of problems. They get Carolina now on the infield grass, and this one is chopped up the middle. A seeing eye RBI single for Walk. The 8th run for the Sooners. They lead by 5, and that guy is feeling really comfortable.
It's just no holes right now.
The offense just presents everything you would want to see 1 through 9. The ability to get on base, force the envelope, take an extra base, then play the inside game, and then pay it off, KP.
Well, now he's going to run at some point.
He did the last time. The single, stolen base, scored a run. And to your point, it is a 1 through 9 effort. The only batter in the order is Trey Gamble, who is yet to be on base. Everyone else has reached base for the Sooners here in the top of the 6th.
We saw Walk already steal the bag against McDuffie with that momentum lead, and you watch him over at first base. He keeps his feet moving the entire time. Looks kind of a narrow stance, but he just kind of keeps his feet moving and keeps it. Fake steal there. And if he gets the timing as he keeps his momentum, he's gone. And good luck trying to catch him.
Duffy looking for one of those sinker ball, slider, ground ball, double plays if he can get one. That's a little bit elevated, but in there to go 0-2.
And KP, to me, if you're McDuffie, you want to come set early so that you can hold for a while.
Stay there.
You got to hold his momentum and try to slow him down.
Camden Johnson came in with just 1 hit. He's got 2 today. And this guy is a freakish athlete, isn't he? Out of Boerne, Texas and Wichita State. Yeah, on the corner, great pitch there from McDuffie. So rather than the double play, he gets the punch out of Camden Johnson. With that, we take a look at tonight's Capital One rewarding performance.
Yeah, I'd say this is a rewarding performance. First, he gets a changeup and rides it out to right center field. Then one of the more ridiculous swings I've seen all season long. Goes top shelf to cover a heater on an 0-2 count. no doubter in the seats over the bullpen. The backstop for the Sooners is having himself quite a day.
And kind of a good 32 games.
I mean, it is just crazy. How does that happen? Half season, none. Next half of the season, 18.
As a team, it's about, what, 35, 40% of their homers have been hit, and Walk stays put. Look, as you had all said at the top, for people who are just sort of tuning in or watching this Oklahoma team in game 1 of the finals, they were not a home run hitting team.
No.
That's not what they did. They got on, they ran, they put the barrel on the baseball, and now all of a sudden they're getting souvenirs to fans all across the outfield.
When the regular season ended, they were 14th in the SEC in home runs.
14.
Now they've hit the second most in the NCAA tournament, and it's again, yes, Dayton LaChance has been the hottest from a home run standpoint, but it's not just one guy. When you look in the tournament, they are running it out of the yard from top to bottom.
Oh boy.
Are you feeling good, KP, when you do that?
This is just old school. Like, he shouldn't even have batting gloves. It doesn't feel like he should have batting gloves. Just go grab the bat, stand there and get ready to go. We're not trying to shorten up and shoot it to right
No, he almost knocked himself out with his shoulder right to the kisser, the big maple out of Canada with 2 blasts today, and a 1-2 for McDuffie with 2 down in the 6th. Try to elevate, and LaChance sends it sky high. It's up there for a while. Howe is calling him off, and he's there to make the play. Some hang time on that one from LaChance. 8-3.
Thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. It's not a cliche. It is a too real and too raw sports truth. Celebration always shares its space with sorrow, elation equaled by anguish. That's why the winners always console the losers, because in this game, everyone is destined to spend time on both sides of a post-game picture.
Yeah, the old ABC thrill of victory, agony of defeat. As we come across the street from the Blatt restaurant and you come inside Charles Schwab. Big crowd on hand. The Final Four was West Virginia and Georgia, and Carolina and Oklahoma beat them in 2 games. He will not get that 6th inning number that we saw with Paul Skeens, but Rager gives you 5. He throws 100, which is a season high, and it continues to trend. We got a new pitcher on the mound, but through the course of this College World Series, Rager, Weslowski, Mercurius, brother Mercurius, and Jackson Cleveland, they've used 5 pitchers. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, Gavin Jones thrown once in the postseason, but now he's on right here, and I think they're probably trying to bridge a gap. Maybe to have one of those two, LJ Mercurius, to close this one out. So Gavin Jones on for the 22nd time. Pretty fastball heavy. Throws it about 70%, and he'll live mid-90s.
And he gets the bottom third of the order in Heineck, Winslow, and French. And another one that pops out of the glove of the Chance, who just missed another what appeared to be long home run. He got underneath that fly ball, and it was up there for a long, long time. Heineck, a sac fly and a strikeout. The mindset for Carolina is we got the big fella out, and it's go time now that we're down by 5 against an arm that hasn't been used. Hard, and there you go. Leadoff single for Heineck, his second hit in Omaha, and a leadoff single from the number 7 hitter. Latest news, insight, in-depth analysis from the 2026 College World Series. Visit NCAA.com, your official online home for all NCAA championships. And after the first inning, in which Schaffner and Hull and Gallagher and Paulson all delivered 4 consecutive hits, they have not been able to string anything together. Winslow has been taken out, and a pinch hitter is coming in for the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Rom Kellis, big athletic, physical corner outfielder for the Tar Heels. Also handles left-handers well.
6'1", 215. First pitch, changeup, good one. .455 batting average, 10-22, 10 for 22 against lefties. And that one has popped up and coming straight back.
Yeah, if you were Scott Ford starting the ball game, looking for an opportunity to get Kellis in there, this is it.
Gavin Jones in for the first time as Rager replaced. Heineck takes the lead, and he does not chase up top. See the Chance setting up way outside, trying to get Chase. He came back in over the plate. It's 2-2. Jones on the mound was a standout at White Oak High School in East Texas, drafted by the Mets in round 18 of the 23 draft. He was another McLennan Community College in Waco, Texas, before he transferred over here to Oklahoma. 1-2. This one hit pretty well to center field. And Walk is there and shy of the wall to make the play. That thing was squared up pretty well, but the wrong part of the ballpark for Rom Kellis.
Not today. A couple days ago, that wind blowing out. That ball's probably got a pretty good chance to carry out, but center field's still going to play big, and Kellis didn't miss it by much, but enough room for Jason Walk to go get it.
403-foot fly out. That was almost a serious pinch hit call there by Scott Forbes, but stays in the ballpark by a few feet.
Settles in with a 95-mile-an-hour heater by Carter French. French was talking about his journey and all the things that he is doing both off and on the field, and maybe he's taking a gap year before he pursues. This one to right. It got in on him. Harris is there. And just like that, a couple of flyouts have the leadoff hitter still at first base and 2 down.
Well, Gavin Jones doesn't give you a ton to wrestle with as a hitter. It's, again, very high fastball usage, but to lefties, KP, it's almost 74% fastballs.
Well, he doesn't spin it much either. I mean, it's primarily fastball change. You see a few cutters, but you're not going to get that big top to bottom breaking ball that we saw with Rager. His look is a little bit different.
Back to the top, Schaffner. There is a spinner, but it's off. Almost a 100-point difference between Schaffner against lefties than righties. That one is going to go the other way. That's going to be Schaffner's 3rd hit of the game. And just like that first inning, he sliced one the other way, and they got something cooking with 2 down.
This guy's a really good player, man. He's a really good player. Hits at the top of that lineup. Can move. He's got 26 bags, but he has been very comfortable left on left today. A single in the first, single in the second. That was 3rd single of the game here in the 6th.
This is the guy that is delivered for them when they needed it. Owen Hull. It's 3 in the lineup, single, 2 RBI, 50 hits with runners in scoring position. Nobody better in all of Division I. And just a phenomenal hitter against lefties, over 400. Breaking pitch misses. It's a big chance here for Carolina. It's been very quiet since inning number 1. 4 zeros have followed.
If you're going to make a 5-run comeback, this kind of feels like a must-seize opportunity.
Ooh, boy, you hear him groan after that.
But that's what it looks like to sell out for a heater. You got a guy throwing 74% fastballs. He missed with a first pitch breaking ball. Okay,
yeah,
I'm going to take a chance.
To do it.
That's right.
Heineck is at second. Schaffner is at first. And the next one is high to Hull.
Feels like he's going to get one here. When you're 75% fastballs to left-handers and you try to spin 3 in a row, at some point he's going back to number 1. It feels like it will be right here.
85 big runs batted in on the season for Hull. That was one. A little bit late on it, 94, and fouled it off. Good location, too, from Gavin Jones.
Well, and that's why you throw 3 in a row, right, KP? Get him off the scent, get him off the heater. Now you at least have him thinking about a breaking ball and a 2-strike count.
Called strike 3, paint at the knees, and Hull retired to strand 2. Good job, Gavin Jones.
How about Gavin Jones? Stick your chest out, young man, facing the best hitter in the Carolina lineup. 3 breaking balls to start. And then 2 heaters that blow away Hull, lock him up at the bottom of the zone. The Sooners keep a 5-run lead. What a performance for your first time at the College World Series.
Oklahoma trying to bring home one of those, and if they do, they might be able to point to a moment that involved fried chicken. So this is the story. After they lose in Hoover, the SEC tournament, they go back, and Skip Johnson wants to get back to his junior college days. We're going to go 2-a-days and fried chicken. The idea behind this was that we wanted to really get our guys to feel what a tough workout was, and then together come and break bread, get to know each other, put your cell phone away, and then at the end of breaking bread, they wrote down on a piece of paper all your negative thoughts. I want all of them out, put them down on a piece of paper, they put it in a box, and they buried it, and since then have just been red hot.
That is a good story for sure. The fried chicken thing worked. In fact, the idea that it might be a punishment, KB, some of the kids were like, oh, I love fried chicken.
Is that a punishment? Yeah.
It doesn't seem like
feeding me.
We're doing anything wrong. New pitcher is Tom Shomolsky, a lefty for North Carolina, making his 16th appearance of the season. As we start the 7th inning. Willits goes from the right side. 2-0.
Shomolsky, the left-handed senior, on there right now, and I think it makes sense to get McDuffie out because you want to make sure that potentially he can come back tomorrow if you need him. So it's going to take some work for Carolina to get back in this. If they're going to win this thing, McDuffie will be in the middle of it, at least one of the next 2 days.
Game 2 is scheduled for tomorrow, 2:30 Eastern time on ABC. Willits, Gamble, Brock for Shomolsky. Oh, good slider there, 2-2. Tried again, and that one was up there, and it was delivered into left field by Willits. Second consecutive plate appearance that he has delivered. He's got the double and now the single.
This time from the right side for the switch hitter. Willits had been from the left side up until this point. Now got a slider working back in towards his barrel right there. You can see the arm angle drop a little bit too for Shomolsky too, and it flattened that breakup ball out. Jackson Willen's got plenty of it. No use got the leadoff man on here in the 7th.
Pretty relentless approach, hasn't it been, KB, from the Chris, I should say, from the Oklahoma offense?
Yeah, it absolutely has.
Records are falling today. Gutierrez is now tied with Willits, who's got 9 hits here in 4 games. But obviously plenty more of this one and another one. And a third if necessary. Jam shot up this way, right next to us.
Ooh, what a chance there.
Gamble ended the season on a bit of a heater himself, like the rest of the team, but he was right in the middle of it. The DH hasn't reached yet today. That's right down Broadway.
He does change that arm angle a little bit when he throws the breaking ball.
You just got to make sure if you're going to do that you're throwing everything else from down there too a couple times. That it can't be a tell, but both times he's gone down, dropped that arm angle, it's been a slider.
That one sails a little bit high. And for Gamble, who has yet to join the party, everyone else has been. At least one Oklahoma base hit in every inning. The relentless approach for them. Carolina entered with only 8 games this year in which they've given up 8 or more runs. That's on the corner and paint there from Shomolsky. And a strikeout of Gamble.
Had to spin a few. They just went glove side fastball, stuck it on the outside part. Get Gamble looking.
People watch the College World Series, and they, of course, one of the thoughts is, so who am I going to see at the next level? Who are the major league players that are on the field here today? Most believe the guy at the plate is going to be one of them, being Brendan Brock. The left fielder, LaChance, is another one on the Oklahoma Sooners, and there's a handful of guys who certainly have that potential.
Well, Oklahoma's got a really interesting roster because they have so many guys that can run, and we know how that's valued in the sport today, the defensive versatility, and you take into account a Jackson Willits who can play up the middle of the field, switch hit. There's definitely some guys on this roster that you're going to see play in the big leagues one day.
Bottom of the zone, 1-2.
And Brock, the fact that he can catch and then really play the outfield, that's not a skill set that comes around all that often.
And can fly. Oklahoma leads 8-3 in the 7th, game 1 of the Men's College World Series Finals. First one to win 2 games takes home the trophy. And the Sooners have 2 of those. They won it in 1951 and 1994. They were beaten by this team, North Carolina, in the regionals last year. But they have won 8 in a row overall, and 5 of those 8 wins have come against top 10 teams. Carolina's got 3 on the left side of the infield on a 1-2 pitch. Before it comes, they got him trapped. Good throw down there, and out at second base. Jamolski.
And it is one of those spots where it's an advantage to have a left-handed first baseman, because the second throw, so in this case the throw to second base, is just easier to make. Clear yourself, get a little bit of room, and then he got it to him in plenty of time.
Really short arm stroke there by Paulson. You see a lot of left-handers that have a long arm. That is a really short arm, an accurate throw. Nice job there, too, by Gallagher of clearing space.
And Brock then goes and fishes. And Paulson puts the foot down on the bag. We go bottom 7 after back-to-back punch-outs and a caught stealing. When we return, 3, 4, and 5 for the Heels, needing a bunch. Welcome back, everyone, to the NCAA Men's College World Series. It's presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Well, LaChance, Hall and company, they have been money today. They've been money for the last month. The offense keeps rolling to the tune of 8 runs and 12 hits in game 1 of this College World Series Finals. 14 extra base hits in the last 2 games. And one of our great researchers, Lee Singer, reminds us Oklahoma's offense has been historically good in Omaha. 10 homers, the most by any team through 4 games since we moved to Charles Schwab Field. Those 22 extra base hits we showed you tied second most through 4 games in its history, most in this park. 32 runs, the most through 4 games since the move to Charles Schwab. They're just dominating. And Jones gets Gallagher 0-1. That's off. They had the chance last half with Owen Hull up, and he struck out looking on a Gavin Jones fastball.
It is a unique look as a hitter when you know a guy throws this many fastballs. Sometimes you end up swinging at some pitches that you wouldn't on a guy that's more 50-50 just because you are so amped up for it on every count. That's not a pitch that Gallagher often offers that, but Jones gets him to go outside the zone.
Just outside. Gallagher, who is, you talk about alphas with Hull. Gallagher is certainly another one of those. Not a big nickname guy. They used to bond, going to see different movies, and Gallagher was one of the guys in charge of choosing the movie to watch. Swing and a miss, and he's gone. Gavin Jones steps in and getting the job done against the middle of the order.
I've been pretty fastball heaviness at bat too, and then spun a good one in there. Watch back foot slider right here. Good depth on the back end of it. So after sitting mid-90s and really away, then he comes and surprises in with the slider, gets Gallagher to swing right over the top.
Here's Eric Paulson, doubled his first time up when things were going really well for Carolina in the first.
Oh, it's low.
Just down.
I mean, just a reminder that Mr. Jones hasn't pitched this month. Not that that would be a concern to Skip Johnson.
Doesn't appear to be.
Paulson takes another one, 2-0.
I do think the contagious piece of how everybody's performing on this team.
Yes.
It's like, if it's my time, okay, cool. I'll go out and I'll hold the rope. Everybody else is doing their job. There is a momentum around this team right now that is so noticeable.
He lands that. Look, you talk to Skip and you get the real feeling of how much he trusts his people to throw strikes. He makes it very matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
When he talks, well, they're going to throw strikes. That's what we do. And anybody that's out there, we trust to throw strikes. So the idea that he's called on Gavin Jones or stuck with Rager through the first, or leaves a freshman like Mercurius right there, in a game to start, and Kozlowski, what else are they going to be doing? And they've certainly bought in. Paulson will draw the walk on 5 pitches from Jones. He will go down to first.
You would feel like in an ideal world, you get Jones to get through this inning, and then you go LJ Mercurius for the back two. You'd like to have him start a clean inning if you can, but I think one more base runner, you probably go to the right-hander right then.
Nicholson's been on a couple of times, though not yet by a hit. Check swing there. There is the Mercurius brother, LJ, who was a starter at the beginning of the year. I mean, the other part of the freshman pitching is that they weren't really starting pitching at the beginning. This one is a foul ball. And how often do you see, and I understand, having seen the sport for a while, people move around. I mean, positionally they move around, but the idea that you had like 3 different starting pitchers and then late in the year we flip. we're just going to go with these freshmen. That doesn't happen.
Way late in the year.
It doesn't happen very often. I mean, it's almost like we're keeping the secret in the box, and then we're going to spring it on the rest of the world.
Yeah, you'll see it with a closer becomes a starter, and a starter saw that with Auburn this year, and Jackson Sanders. Like, it happens to a guy,
right?
Maybe two, but yes, to totally rework your whole starting rotation. Of course, Rager was a Sunday guy, but they moved him first, and then put 2 freshmen in there. You're right, Rav. That is not normal order of business. But looks kind of brilliant at this point.
So far.
As so far.
Skip talks about the selfless nature of the Sooners this season. And clearly when they're playing well and winning and driving guys in, but it's more about the bench players and how invested that they've all been. He doesn't swing there. The idea of we got a selfless group of guys in a world that is incredibly selfish was the quote that he used.
Well, they got to have it if people are going to be comfortable with going freshman from a starting rotation standpoint like OU is now.
Nicholson blown away. 95 as Jones lives on the top floor.
Well, he was on the bottom floor just before this, and so eye level changing all over the place. Went off speed just down and out of the zone. It was a good take by Nicholson. This time elevated 95, and he can't hold up. Get straight through that 4-seamer too, and just keep it right at the top of the zone.
Next up, Tyler Howe. Walk and a strikeout, flew out to center. LaChance lost that one. That's going to allow Paulson to jog on down to second base. Continues to be a little bit of an issue tonight for LaChance catching the baseball. Berkey, let's just paint the picture of what the bottom of the orders have done for both of these teams and how Oklahoma's been carried to some degree. 4 for 11, 2 RBIs and 4 runs, and the guys at the bottom for Carolina just have 1 hit. And that was off the bat of Heineck in the 6th.
Yeah, the 4 runs piece for me is what jumps off the page there. Yes, you get the knocks and some run scoring hits, but if you can get guys on base for the top of that order right now, that is a winning recipe for the Sooners.
Ooh. He's got it working, the breaking pitch and the fastball up as he looks to put Howe away with Paulson out there at second, and the Sooners and their fan base on their feet looking to push this thing to the 8th with a 5-run lead. He hit the glove, but the glove was outside. Can't believe it. Look at I can see everything. My eyes are just huge. What did he shake? The fastball or the slider? That ball hung up there to center field. It feels like every inning ends with Walk making a catch in center field. He does it again. 8-3 as we head to the 8th here in Omaha. This is the place to be in June for baseball fans, college baseball fans, and the 79th edition of this College World Series here in Omaha, Nebraska. You start with 8, 5 of them out of the SEC, and we're down to our final 2. Carolina looking to win its first ever championship against the Sooners, looking for their 3rd, and their last one was way back in 1994. Kyle Peterson, Chris Burke, Chris Budden, Carl Rabbit, Scott Klein is our rules analyst as Deshaun Harris steps in with a couple of doubles. He has scored a run. He hits 7 in the order, and that one misses.
They want to stay elevated to Mr. Harris. Everything down in his zone seems to go the other way pretty quickly right now.
Yeah, he's got the driving iron out. And there, right there is 1 and 2. And it did feel like walk makes the final out of every half inning. He's done it 3 times in 7 innings. The ball just goes out there, he catches it, and they come back in and hit. It's a big outfield, and he seems to be very comfortable. Harris hits it hard. That's underneath the glove of Gallagher. 104 miles an hour off the bat. It got on the second baseman very quickly. And have yourself a day. Deshaun Harris, 3 for 4.
Yeah, we talk about exit velocity a lot in this sport, and most people tend to equate it with the distance a ball travels, but it matters just as much. You see Gallagher hopping the opposite direction, expecting a fastball away. He is ticked because there is nothing more frustrating as an infielder to go the opposite direction as when a ball is hit to the side you're moving away from, and he knows he cost his team a base runner right there.
Leadoff single. Harris, healthy lead. That one misses to Dayton Taki. Doubled his last time up, scored a run. And it showed some speed in getting to second base.
So one thing you'll see a lot of infielders do, they'll look at pitch location or hear pitch location, then they'll move towards where they think the ball is going to be hit. He's moving to his right, the ball get hit to his left, and that is why you see him so frustrated right there. Took himself out of position. Playing the percentages,
yeah,
but he got burned there.
He's only been caught once, which is why even as a left-handed pitcher, Shimolsky's concerned. They've also stolen a couple of bases today, which have led to runs. Oh, a good bunt, and first base unoccupied for a second. Getting over there to cover was Gallagher. We got the left-handed pitcher Shimolsky off to the third base side, and they ended up playing it very well. But down to second base goes Harris.
Yeah, they're shaded to the pull side anyway, but a good job by Gallagher, because if he doesn't get there, I don't know if anybody gets there right now. You got the left-hander who's falling off to the third base side after release, and Gallagher there plenty of time. Paulson could just turn around and flip it to him. Taki does his job, moves that base runner up. Now so many different ways for Deshaun Harris to score.
Here's Branch, who had a big single his first hit, which did drive in a couple. You mentioned, like, almost sort of dismissively, like, yeah, Taki sacrifice. That's the first one this year. Like, you talk about all the systems go right now for Oklahoma. The 8-hole hitter Taki, who's got pretty good power, lays down a sac bunt.
Well, I think it shows you, too, that they're feeling pretty confident in how Kyle Branch is swinging the bat here in this game. And even though he only has 1 hit at the College World Series, he's hit 2 rockets in this ball game, and they're trying to set him up for a chance to add to this lead.
And a little blooper. It's in the glove of Paulson. He came in, and for a second, it just felt like That one may be over his head, but off the end of the bat for Branch, and Paulson makes the play.
Straight cue ball right here. Branch does not know where it went. Bad feeling. And you're out.
Well, now he knows.
Really bad feeling.
Here is Walk. A little high. Hasn't gone the way that Forbes wanted it with his starter. DeCaro giving up 7 runs in this one. He'd been so great. He'd been great against Oklahoma. He'd been great here in Omaha. 2-0, and it's fouled off.
Yeah, ran into a buzzsaw today, no doubt about it.
But it sure didn't look like that in the first inning. I mean, for North Carolina, the first 4 guys of the ball game get hits. The first 3 guys of the game score a run. They just haven't been able to do anything offensively since.
Walk, a terrific College World Series, 5 for 11 with 2 more hits today. He's made a number of highlight catches in center field. He has been inspired by Kobe Bryant, the Mamba mentality. Models his game after his, he said, and the other part, which of course Kobe echoed, the job is never finished. He is swinging and missing it that way. And the job is closer to being finished if they can get a win today and move within 1 win of a College World Series championship. Game 2 tomorrow on ABC at 2:30 Eastern time, and that other number 14 of the last 22 champions took a 1-0 lead in the World Series. 3-2, popped it up. Gallagher is out, and he's there to make the play to end the inning. Bottom 8 coming up. Crowd here wondering, will there be a comeback for the Heels, or are we staying with OU up? Well, Florida State in the great 11. Martin 24 appearances. They couldn't win a title. Carolina, if they lose this World Series, will move into 2nd place all time. The Razorbacks came close a number of times, and Clemson on that list as well. The offense was phenomenal out of the gate. Rager then settled in. I mean, 3 hits since the first 4 at bats, 1 for 15 with runners on. And it's been the combination of Rager and now Gavin Jones. Heineck will lead things off. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Surprised Gavin Jones still out there. I did not think we would see the left-hander go back out there for what is now his third inning of work. Mercurius still throwing. Nate Smithberg, the lefty, has now joined him. I would think it's Mercurius' ball game. The lefty want to try to match up left on left at some point. Skip Johnson out, and he points down there right away.
You mentioned it. When the misses get big, certainly Skip Johnson pays attention to it. That one sailed to the backstop on the 40th pitch of the game from Gavin Jones. LJ Mercurius is coming into this game, but hold on a sec. The umpires are telling him, Scott, they're sending him back. Hey, Scott, can you hear me? Well, we've seen a number of pitching changes in the middle of the inning. Why was he sent back?
Yeah, he's got to face a hitter here because he crossed the line, and they did not pitch hit.
Okay. So to start the inning, since he went out there, he's got to face a hitter, because Skip Johnson clearly wanted to go to the bullpen. He pointed there when he came out of the dugout.
Immediately.
That's correct.
Well, I didn't know that rule. Apparently Skip didn't either.
No.
Interesting. We've seen 2-0 substitutions
a
quite
number
a bit,
of times,
but I guess not to start the inning. Interesting.
Well, it's a 3-0 to Heineck, and that's in there. So as soon as the pitcher crosses the line, Scott, is that just so people at home would understand it?
Yeah, when the pitcher crosses the line, he's got to face that first hitter.
Lead off the inning. Thank you. Good battle here from Jones, who already knows he's most likely coming out here. And after a 3-0, he's battled back against Heineck to try to get the out.
Yeah, that's when you know you can probably empty the tank right now. when Skip's already pointed down the bullpen, and they said, no, not quite yet. All right, well, let's see what you got, lefty.
Oh, boy, a changeup to get him. All right, now what does Skip do? We got a changeup for a strikeout.
3-2. I mean, he came back pumping 95. Okay, now, Skip, where are we going now? I mean, you can, but that was a pretty good 3-2 changeup right there. Maybe we want to see a little bit more.
No, no, he's moving.
There he goes.
Now he can do it. Pretty impressive for Gavin Jones. 3-zip, you're out of the game, son.
Yes, it was.
And he got a big smile on his face. The pitching for Oklahoma has been solid throughout the course of this College World Series, and there is a team on the mound feeling real good about themselves. We will take a break. LJ Mercurius comes out of the pen. 8-3, bottom 8, 1 down. Gavin Jones gets the job done. Exactly what Skip Johnson wanted. 2 1/3. He didn't give up any earned runs. He struck out 44 pitches. And again, became just the 6th pitcher used by Oklahoma. And now you go back to LJ Mercurius, who has been on the mound. His ERA at the College World Series, $1.69. He's pitched in 2 games, 5 1/3, 4 hits, just 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts.
He's on 2 days rest right now. On Wednesday, pitched the game that OU beat Georgia, went 3 1/3 in that one, gave up just 1 run, walked 2, struck out 2 through 56 pitches. So in an ideal world, I think OU was looking at it as they would like him to finish the ball game, but ideally not have to get you 9 outs. Now, got to get 5 outs to close this thing out.
He'll face the right-hander, Ron Kellis, who flew out to center field his first time up. Carolina down by 5. First pitch popped up, but with a changeup, and it's out to left field, and Brock is there, and there is 2 down. Do you have a philosophy as an approach as a hitter when a new pitcher comes in? Will you swing at first pitch if it's good? Do you have a?
Almost never if I hadn't seen him before. So if it was my first at bat off of a brand new guy, I was always wanting to see one. As we take a look at kind of the 2 parts of LJ Mercurius' season, 12 games as a starter, 8 as a reliever, and he has saved his best for the postseason. But you look at the ERA and the whip, he has clearly been more effective coming in and out of that bullpen.
First pitch changeup got Kellis to swing and pop out. French just buried that one down. It's 0-2.
And that's his best off speed. We saw him throw a bunch right on right to Georgia the other night. Today, got the first out when he came in on the changeup and throws it right there to get ahead 0-2.
Pretty good. When you go 96 in on the knuckles and you have that very 86-mile-an-hour changeup, the Mercurius brothers have proven to be very, very important here in this College World Series. Mom and Dad, we talked to the boys. Xander and LJ's mom, Christina. Dad is one of those, and I know most baseball people can relate to it. He walks. He doesn't like to sit still, so he's up moving around. And that one is foul.
I'd say that changeup fastball combo is pretty deadly, especially if he's going to bury that 96 glove side underneath the left-hander's hands. That is a tough combo.
Definitely leaned on that changeup more in the tournament, about 10% more often. What did Xander say about his folks after the game the other night?
They raised really good kids.
They raised really good kids.
It was a great comment. Got to give credit to my parents. They raised really good kids. You're right.
Yep, right there. Change up, and that gets mom, Christina, very excited.
Well, they raised the kids, got pretty good change up.
Yes,
too.
he does.
LJ coming in, just kind of slowing the heartbeat down a bit. Everybody, Gavin Jones did great. The left-hander, then turn it over to this guy. Change up, down and away. His little brother's watching too. We'll see Xander tomorrow. He gets to watch big brother LJ tonight. And Mom's all fired up. She's seen them both put on a show. We go to the 9th. All Sooners in game 1 of the finals.
Yeah, a giant Ferris wheel next door to Charles Schwab. We don't have a roller coaster, and it has been a roller coaster ride for Oklahoma. They are certainly heading downhill with some good speed right now, looking for a College World Series title. Be their first since '94 as they try to take a 1-0 lead in this best 2 out of 3. DeCaro, McDuffie, and now Schmolsky trying to get through the 9th and get him back up. Down by 5. The first pitch is outside to Camden Johnson, third baseman with all sorts of speed, 29 stolen bases. Bernie, Texas was the team we got familiar with at the Little League World Series not too long ago, and that's where he is from.
I think from Carolina's standpoint, you look at this, McDuffie should be in a spot you could use him tomorrow. They did not use Glauber at all. Schmolsky has done a very good job of holding it down and honestly saving the balance of that bullpen.
Yeah, I think you're going to be fine to use McDuffie tomorrow. I think the concerning part is that it looked like Oklahoma saw him very well.
There is Glauber, who's got a remarkable record when he appears in games. The team is 28-0. And Forbes said he and Mike Gaines will walk around and ask their relievers when they get to the ballpark, give me a number 1 to 5. How are you feeling? And most of the players will be very honest and say, I'm a 3.5 today, or I'm a 5. I'm good to go. Lands that breaking pitch, 3-2. Glauber has basically said, I'm a 5 every single time he's been approached.
It sure looked like he's been a 5 here. I'll tell you that. Every time he's gone out, he has been incredible.
Too far inside. Schmolsky will walk the very speedy Camden Johnson. 29 stolen bases. Go to first, and another chance for Dayton LaChance.
Who's been pretty loud with his barrel contact grab. Sorry, I had to steal that one from you. Backside gap, pull side over the bullpen. He's been doing it as well as anybody in the country since May 1st, and he stays red hot in this one as well.
Forbes is coming out, and Schmolsky is coming out. Cameron Padgett is going to be the next pitcher. The senior out of Salisbury, North Carolina, is coming in. Another threat bruised because they got a speedy runner on and nobody out. Going back, he is at the track, the wall, he leaps, it's gone! LaChance golfs one to left field, and this one is also gone! Whoa, into the bleachers! The Big Maple is delivered in a big way and just missed a third home run. We began the telecast talking about this red-hot offense, and you can see it has been. The home runs, they were 116th as far as Division I. Since May 1st, they've moved into a top 6 position. The question was answered because they fell behind 3-2, and they weren't afraid. They kept knocking on the door, and a crooked number there in the 4th inning.
Yeah, I just think we've seen how many layers there are to this offense. They can hit the ball at the ballpark. We've talked a bunch about that. But then they can play the inside game. They can go first to third. They can split the gaps. They've been hitting lefties, righties. KP right now, they're operating on all cylinders.
Their offense is, but I want to go back to Cord Reagor because I mean, it looked like he may not get out of the first.
Yeah.
The way that the ball game started. First 3 guys of the game score for North Carolina. Then that was it. I mean, the freshman found it, held him, and obviously the bullpen has held this North Carolina offense in check sets. But it's not easy for a freshman to find it on this stage, especially if it's getting a little wiggly early. And it didn't look great early, but the kid found it. He was great.
And to your point, you've made it most of the day. The bottom of the order has really delivered. It is a long offense. Padgett throws the first one away to LeChance. Here are the numbers on the senior. 6.56 ERA. Strikeout to walk number is good. The hits not so much in 23 1/3. 31 of them. Change up there, and LeChance is out in front.
Oh, right on right changeup. Don't see that a ton from Padgett. It's more power stuff. It's a mid-90s fastball slider. He will throw some changes, more to lefties than righties, but a good one there.
One of 13 junior college kids on the roster. And swings and fouls it off his foot. He's got some foot issues. Think about it, 13 junior college kids on the roster. Gamble had a good answer to that question when he said, yeah, you know, you go to junior college and you're going to get bloody. The question is, do you like the taste of blood? And it feels like many of these kids are okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, that Skip's background too. I mean, Skip was a junior college coach for years and so has incredible connections to JUCO level all around the country, and he is beyond comfortable going to the junior college ranks to fill his roster.
You also play in the Southeastern Conference. You're going to get punched in the mouth a few times too, and they certainly did. So you learn how to almost become numb to that punch to the mouth, Ravi.
Hard thing to become numb to, but I take your word for it.
Okay.
Light rain has started to fall here, so the stands, you see people starting to move up underneath the overhang. LeChance is from Sherbrooke, Quebec, Canada. His mom hadn't seen him play since Christmas, and hadn't seen him in person since March. It's about a 1,700-mile trip from where they live to Oklahoma. And they were there for the 9-0 win, and they're not leaving because their son is on fire.
Yeah, I'd want to hang around and watch him play too.
Camden Johnson leads off first.
Spoiled a couple good ones. That thing just about bounced and he got a piece of it.
If you're Skip Johnson, do you put the hit into a double play sign on right now? Just try to get out of here.
May not be a bad idea.
Doesn't bother them. Again, this game was moved up because of what we're starting to deal with here now. On a 1-2, he will not chase that. The trouble with the forecast is that there's not any indication that once it starts, it stops until tomorrow. The side of the all-cast over on ESPNU today and tomorrow. And he golfs one where no one is. They had to shift on. Johnson flies around second. Camden Johnson to third. LeChance has decided, nope, I'm good, still hitting his third of the day.
What an at bat. I mean, right on right changeup, hook it foul. Get a breaking ball that basically bounces. Foul it off. And now a fastball that is a ball. But it's down and out of the zone. He's covering everything today. Doesn't matter where it is.
Yeah, this is the definition of carving one into right center field. That looked like a Scheffler knockdown cut around a tree. That was pretty special right there.
Willits goes back to the left side. Change up in there for strike one. It feels like very soon in the outfield, only those without shirts, tarps off, will be the people out there, because that is a growing contingent in center field here in Omaha. Not bothered by the rain. Left field to the line goes Howe, still going over. He leaps and he cannot get it. Now, do you think as an outfielder there, when the ball's foul, you got a runner on third, we're down 5, don't catch it? Because it's quite clear Johnson's going to score easily.
Yeah, I think at this point, probably both teams are okay with outs. I think if you're North Carolina, take your outs.
Take your out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. He is living a really good life right now.
We are good. I think can I get one of those plastic things, by the way?
He doesn't care. He's like, if they're taking their shirt off, I'm taking my shirt off too. I am in.
Paget fires again. That's high. The loyal fans not moving as they want to see this thing cross the finish line, and it is a race against the rain, which is coming down a little harder now. Here in the ninth, first and third, nobody out. Willits has been very good with 2 strikes and runners on. That is just off.
Willits has worked this into a great at bat too. Was down in the count, has taken a few good ones. Breaking ball just off the plate, and spit on that changeup down. Got it back to a full count.
And he's got a couple of more RBI opportunities. Double and a single. Then he got picked off. Fastball beaten into the ground, and that one bounces behind a catcher. Pretty good baseball family right here, Berkey.
Yeah,
Willits family.
And it's pretty interesting based on the proposal yesterday that came down from Major League Baseball to think about what could have been if that rule goes through, what this infield would have looked like, as Reggie Willits' middle son, Eli, was the first pick of the draft last year by the Nationals.
3-2 up the middle. Gallagher, Schaffner, turn it. They get another run in to lead it 9-3, but the double play erases a couple.
You can take that trade if you're Oklahoma. Just get you another one, 2 outs. That's fine. Have one more and extend that lead.
Not sure he's liking it as much. See, now we're kind of thinking.
Does he want cover?
Yeah, I think he's into that now. Little Cole, or he's looking at Mom like, what are you doing?
Yeah, let me cook. Come on, I'm hot right now.
Left field. Howe going back, track, Rain still makes the play. And that ends the inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the ninth with the Heels coming up for their last chance. Will LJ Mercurius close the door and give OU a 1-0 lead when we come back? We're back here. It is the bottom of the 9th inning. Oklahoma scored 2, and then Carolina had an answer. But since then, all bagels on the board for North Carolina. They have not scored a run since the first. And you see it is 9-3. 14 big hits for the red-hot Sooner offense. And if they can close this one out, you look ahead to Game 2 tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern Time on ABC. And yes, we've talked about McDuffie returning and Glauber being available, but Ryan Lynch will likely face Xander Mercurius in Game 2.
Another good one. Lynch was fine in his first. Wasn't great, but was fine. Went 4 2/3, gave 2 up. The freshman Xander Mercurius was outstanding. Got his first career win at the College World Series. Pitched deep into that one, and he'll get another chance tomorrow.
Fearless approach, too. Just attack, attack, attack for Xander Mercurius, whose brother's out there trying to get the save. And he will start with the top of the order, Schaffner, in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch lands for a strike. Great image, if you didn't see it during Xander's start, was LJ in the bullpen reading a book because he was anxious for his brother on the mound. That one is down, 1 ball, 1 strike. Xander, when LJ pitches, is not nervous. Doesn't feel there's any pressure on his brother, but maybe it's confidence, and the two very different personalities. And that is in there. It's 1-2 with a fastball at 95. There is good stuff coming out of the right arm of LJ Mercurius. Another one to left field, towards the line, heading over. Oh, wow! A running catch by the speedy Brandon Brock into the wall. That's a catcher, too.
You could have fooled me. I mean, this is pretty on both ends. Schaffner goes down there and smokes it down the line, and then Brock at full speed into the padding down the left field line. There is no blink in that young man as he catches it in the palm and then takes on the wall. Oh, yeah, by the way, a driving rainstorm.
Yeah, he's looking up at the rain, too.
Mercurius' roll now and goal. Throw strikes. Get it through. Owen Hull 1-0. It's a heck of a play, and probably better off standing up and making contact with the wall than sliding and doing some potential damage to the legs. Hull swings badly there. Has not been a great day for Hull. He started off with a double, but since then a couple of strikeouts and a ground out. Made one terrific play in center field, which actually caused him to limp back in. Disappearing ball there from LJ.
That changeup is nasty right now, KP.
He got the good one today.
On the ground in the shift, and that's an easy one, and there is 2 down. And Oklahoma an out away from taking a critical 1-0 lead in this College World Series.
Fellas, last time Oklahoma was here, they were playing Ole Miss in a championship game, and it was heavy Rebel fans that weekend. You're feeling the power of the Sooner crowd here as this game wraps up. There is a big contingent from Oklahoma here cheering their squad on.
That's outside. To your point about that last trip here, they had a similar feel. They kind of rolled through the postseason right up until the finals and then got beaten by Ole Miss. So they're trying to obviously flip that script as well and are in a enviable position right now. 2-0 to Gallagher, up by 6. Count goes to 3-0. Where do all the guys out there and kids with their shirts off go after the game? Like when the game ends, what happens? Do they keep them off? Is there another meeting spot?
I don't know that there's another meeting spot. I would think at some point they'd probably throw them back on. A meeting spot.
They're all gathered out there and they're all soaking wet. Like it just the game ends and we just shut it down, put them back on.
Not him.
Nope, that's going to be ball 4 to Gallagher. So the party will continue in center field. You look down that first base side and the third, and nearly everybody that's here right now is underneath the cover of the rain. And another chance for Eric Paulson. Doubled in the first, and very symbolic of the rest of the team. And then a strikeout. Going to pop out to short. And to the bat. Mom here says he feels the presence of his father every day, let alone every game he plays. New York Police Department detective who was there, called into duty after 9/11 to help with the investigation. That is in there. It's 0-2. By July 4th, this would have been an opportunity. And he left us too soon. Here we go with an 0-2 from LJ. He's gone, that's it. And the Sooners behind LaChance's 2 bombs move 1 win away from a championship. Nine in a row in the same fashion they basically won their previous 8.
It's pretty surgical today. I mean, they scored 2 in the first, give up 3, and then after that it was all OU. They didn't make an error. We saw the home runs. They're active on the base paths. They're hitting balls in the gap. I mean, it's a very complete team when they play like this, and they looked at today.
14 hits, 3 stolen bases, 4 doubles, 2 homers. They pitched the lights out of it again. The freshmen continue to answer. Mercurius clearly has what it takes to close games out. North Carolina is going to have to rebound and play at the height of their power to slow this train down, because Oklahoma has really got it going right now, boys.
9 consecutive wins, more long balls to continue this torrid pace they have been on the last month, adding to an audacious total. And it was LaChance who did it today. So it is 1-0 in favor of Oklahoma. Tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern time on ABC, they will begin their mission to try to take home their 3rd College World Series trophy back to Norman, Oklahoma. The Tar Heels are on their heels as they will attempt to win and even this series up. Otherwise, it is going to be 0 for 13 in trips to Omaha. Chris, it's yours.
Dayton, congratulations. Your first 2 at-bats, you hit home runs. Your power the last half of the season has been unreal. What were you seeing today?
I mean, we knew this guy was a good arm, and we had to be aggressive. I mean, we had to score some run early because this guy, you cannot let this guy get in the groove. So, I mean, I was being aggressive at the plate. I had some good pitch to hit.
How do you explain your power in the second half of the season?
I just trust myself, and I took a little moment for me just to like, I've always been a power guy. I don't need to try to produce the power, and I knew when I was going to hit one, it was going to come going.
After North Carolina scores 3 in the first inning, how were you able to help settle your pitchers?
Well, we know Cord is good. I mean, he did exactly what we wanted him to do. He was aggressive, throwing in the zone, and I was like, you just got to get that first out of the way, and I knew he was going to be great, and he did awesome today.
Your parents have made the haul from Canada. What is this like to be able to play in front of them
in the
stands?
Awesome, man. I'm really happy they're here, and yeah, I'm really happy. It's the best baseball of my life and the best moment of my life, and I'm really happy they're here with me.
You're now just 1 win away from a national championship. How do you describe the emotions heading into tomorrow?
I mean, I think you gotta I mean, job's not done. Like, we're really happy about today, but I mean, it's just another win. We have to win another one tomorrow, and we got to finish it tomorrow. Yeah.
Let's get you out of the rain. Congratulations. See you tomorrow.
Much, man.
Thank you, KB. Yeah, next pitch. Whether it's good or bad, you got to flip to the next pitch, and that's what Skip Johnson's going to remind them, right?
Yeah, they got one more. After that, there is no one more. So all their focus on tomorrow, see if they can close this thing out.
Well, LJ's brother Xander's going to be on the mound tomorrow trying to get them started on their way to a national championship. They win game 1 at 9-3. For Kyle Peterson, Chris Burr, Chris Button, and our entire crew here, I'm Carl Rabbit saying I hope you enjoyed it. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow, 2:30 on ABC. Thanks for joining us. Banana Ball Live is up next.